Alrighty, we are back. It is our special episode on our off week. We are glad and very happy to present Carlos, who is with us from England.
Cheers for having us, Sean, Kenny, and Uncle Jim.
Uncle Jim.
I'll take that.
But this is Talking Movies with Sean, Kenny, and Jim. I'm Sean.
I'm Kenny.
And I'm Jim.
And this is Carlos. So welcome to the show, sir.
Many thanks for having us, and great show, great idea, and could not say no to this one.
Awesome. We're stoked to have you.
Yeah, very happy that you're here, buddy.
Many thanks.
Yeah. And he picked tonight's topic, so we're also really excited about that. So this will be two exciting things in one. We've got Carlos, we've got a great topic. We've got a lot of people in the chat, a lot of people watching already, so this is going to be a good one, I hope.
Cool.
So before we get started, I did just want to say one thing. I don't know if you guys have heard, but I believe her last name is Hoddle, Kaylee Hoddle, who was the girl who signed to King Kong in King Kong. It was Godzilla X Kong, New Empire, and then the one before that, Godzilla versus Kong.
Right.
She passed away last night in a car accident in Maryland. She was 18 years old. So you guys know how big of a Godzilla fan I am. So it was kind of really saddened to hear that. So we'll send some thoughts out her way and to her family. But I just wanted to mention that. And then, Jim, you said something about Plas Johnson, the saxophonist.
Yeah. Anybody who's ever heard the Pink Panther theme,
yeah,
or the theme for Peter Gunn, which was used in the Blues Brothers, and
Yep.
you hear that saxophone, that gentleman passed away at the age of 94, I believe.
Yeah, I think 94. Yeah,
and again, I never knew his name before today, but certainly knew his music. I mean,
Yeah.
The Pink Panther was heavy rotation on Saturday mornings for me growing up.
oh yeah.
Rest in peace, sir. Rest in peace.
Yep, absolutely. So yeah, we'll get that stuff out of the way, and then we'll move on to a little bit more happy stuff. So tonight we are going to do two different types of rankings. We are going to do our top 5 Sylvester Stallone movies individually, our favorite. We won't say the best because we always have to iron that out. But we're going to do our top 5 Stallone movies that aren't in the Rocky or Rambo series. And then we're going to rank the films in the Rocky and Rambo series against each other within the franchise. So,
Right.
So which one did you guys want to do first?
Our guest. Let's let our guest decide.
Carlos.
I think we do.
What do you
I
got?
think we go with the non-Rocky, the non-Rocky and Rambo
Top
movies.
5?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
All right. As
Excuse
is
me.
tradition, our top right corner occupant is usually Kenny.
He's back where he
And
needs to be.
He's back where he needs to be.
Um,
And
put me in the
so
corner
he
of
will.
mommy.
He will. Oh, one thing real quick. Yeah, Texas just threw this in the chat. Jennifer Finch, who we talked about last week from
Absolutely.
L7, passed away on Sunday from brain cancer, and #fuck cancer. So
Fuck cancer.
fuck cancer. I've talked about cancer enough last week. Fuck cancer. So
Fuck cancer.
thanks for bringing that up, Kenneth.
Rest in
Kenneth.
peace.
Texas.
Not Kenneth. Kenneth. You
Okay.
are our first picker.
All right. My number 5 is a very underrated movie, in my opinion. We're going to go to 2002. And this one is called Avenging Angelo.
Oh, okay.
Stallone, with Anthony Quinn, where Anthony Quinn's like a mob boss, and basically he gets hit by, of all people, Billy Gardell from Mike and Molly fame. I know Jim's going, who's that guy?
No, when you said Mike and Molly, you talking about the guy who used to be real big
Yeah,
and
the
now he's
big
real
guy.
skinny?
Yeah, he was the hitman
Okay.
in Avenging Avenging Angelo, and it has the beautiful, outstanding, underrated Madeline Stowe in it.
Ooh,
So
love her.
that always I love that movie. I seen it in the I rented it at the video store when it came out, because you did that with every Stallone movie, and I just like how it's shot. It takes place over in Italy, so the cinematography is really beautiful, and I think Stallone does a really good acting job in this one with help by Madeline Stowe. So that's
Mhm.
number 5 Stallone movie.
I still have to see that, to be honest. Now
Yeah,
that
I've never
you've
seen
mentioned it, I will.
I
Because
like that.
it's on either Prime or Netflix. I know I see it all the time.
It's also on the I own a copy of it. I have it, but it's also on the channel that we won't name.
Oh, cool.
I think it's only available on DVD, Kenny.
It
I
is. Yeah, there's no Blu-ray for it at all.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Hello, Ken.
Hey Ken.
Hey, Ken.
Ken threw his top 5 into the chat. We've got
Yep.
at number 1, Demolition Man, 2, Tango and Cash, 3, Copland, 4, Cliffhanger, and 5, Over the Top.
That's a good list. Can't
And
go wrong.
Jim's not liking that number 1.
I like part of that list.
and Alan, I will be astonished if Stopper My Mom Will Shoot does not win out. Stone Cold classic.
You are absolutely correct. Stone Cold is a classic, but Stallone's not in it.
Brian Bosworth.
Brian Bosworth.
Brian
Yeah.
Bosworth, baby.
That less said about that, the better. All right, Carlos, what is your number 5?
Okay, I don't expect this one to be in there, but I mean, I've got Nighthawks, Stallone, Rutger Hauer, Billy D. Williams, and Lindsay Wagner. It's actually the second VHS movie that I ever watched, mainly for the fact that I'd seen the first couple of Rocky movies, and the cover grabbed me. I really like this one because obviously he goes up against Rutger Hauer. He's a worldwide terrorist at large. Fantastic ending. I mean, Stallone and Billy D. Williams, 2 New York sort of detectives. On paper, you don't think that they would sort of match up well, but I think it does. I mean, even though it's 81, it's got a real 70s vibe to it. Obviously, the way that Stallone looks, but yeah, I think this is a really, really good thriller. Like I say, I love. I mean, this is, I think, Rutger Hauer's. I think it might have been his first movie to an American audience.
His English language movie debut.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because before that, he had been like in the Dutch films, like Soldier of Orange and Spedders and shit like
I
that.
think it's a really underrated thriller. I really, really do. I mean, like I say, it's got that. Obviously, everything's filmed in New York, so I kind of like that sort of the look of the movie. But I mean, I heard that Rutger Hauer and Stallone, they did not get on at all for the movie, but I think it's kind of underrated. Kind of one that kind of gets forgotten about. So yeah, Nighthawks for me, number 5.
Great pick.
All right.
Hello, Ray.
Ray says it's his number 3.
And Ray will be my guest on Saturday's show on my channel.
Awesome.
So thank you for being here, Ray.
Yeah. Thank you, Ray. Mr. Dan, Nighthawks is great. It's on my list. So yeah.
You might be hearing from that movie again.
Maybe.
Actually, you will be. Spoiler alert.
Kenny is in the chat.
Hi, Kenny.
Hi.
Seen Avenging Angelo, Ray and Dan?
I didn't know if they came in when I.
No, that's okay. That's good. All right, Jim, what do you got at number 5?
Okay. As usual, I went with the criteria that I needed to own the movie. And like I said to these guys beforehand, I was shocked about how few Stallone movies I own, even though I'm a big fan and always have been. The guy's been a star more or less our entire lives. Okay, so, but bearing that in mind, the 5 movies that I have on my list, I unabashedly love. Okay, so we're going to start off number 5 from that glorious, glorious summer of debauchery at the drive-in. We're going to go with 1986's Cobra.
Yes.
It's the closest thing to a horror movie Stallone ever made, as far as I'm concerned. This one, or I See You, Detox overseas, because that one's pushing horror too. But Brian Thompson is just so goddamn creepy in this movie. I mean, he's just great. He's not even in the movie that much, but every moment he's on screen, you can't take your eyes off of him. He's just phenomenal. And The only thing that bugs me about this movie, and I bring it up every time Cobra's mentioned, have you ever met a man who takes a piece of pizza out of a box, cuts a little tiny corner off with his scissors while he's wearing his gloves, throws the pizza back in the box, eats the little tiny corner while cleaning his gun and watching the news? I don't get it. But Cobra, it's a cheese fest from the 80s that I absolutely love. So that's number 5.
Awesome.
Awesome choice.
All right. I will go with my number 5. Now, I usually do what Jim does, and that's the criteria that I have to own it. If I did that, I wouldn't have enough movies because that are in the that aren't in the Rocky or Rambo franchise, because I do have a lot of Stallone movies in my collection, but some of them I haven't seen yet. So I had to go with some that I don't own. I don't like to do that, but my number 5 is from 1997. It's Copland.
Great movie.
Which
phenomenal movie.
I like the movie, but I like Stallone's performance in it better than the movie as a whole.
Performance is better than the movie.
Yeah.
The whole cast is phenomenal.
The cast is phenomenal on paper, but some of them aren't really utilized very well in the movie. Like Michael Rappaport, he looks like he's caught, like, he looks like a deer caught in the headlights every time he's on camera.
Yeah.
De Niro doesn't do a whole lot. Ray Liotta looks like he's from another film, but together with Stallone's performance, I think it's a really good film. And I reviewed it when I saw it in the theater, and I think I gave it a 3.5 stars out of 5. But I recommended people see it for Stallone's performance because he gained 40 pounds for it.
Yeah.
And he really wanted to put his heart and soul into something and kind of break away from that action stereotype. So, and I think it worked, and I think it was really good.
Yeah.
So that's my number 5.
I remember when that movie came out, the critics and the buzz around it they were really pushing for him to get an Oscar nomination. Because he gained all that weight, and because he played not a character who was slow, but a character who wasn't like,
he wasn't
sharp as a
quick-witted.
knife, and with the ear and everything else. And you're right, Sean. It's one of his best performances by far.
Yeah.
It really is.
Great pick.
Sylvester Stallone.
Carlos will come down there and beat you, Tom.
Sly's the best part of Copland. Yeah, like I said, it's a better performance than it is a movie, but I still like it a lot. And if you're a Stallone fan, you definitely have to see it.
Have you guys seen the sit down that they did with Arnold and Stallone a couple weeks ago?
Mm-mm.
Okay. New one is that?
Yeah, it's like 45 minutes long, and I think they did it in, I forget who. I think it was KTLA that did it. They had them both in there, and they were talking about like their biggest failures, why they didn't team up in a movie earlier, the competitive nation of it. Stallone brought up his 3 regrets that he wished he would have done. He said, but he had so much going on in his personal life at the time, and he didn't want to be involved. Like, he wished that they did another Tango and Cash, another Cobra, and what was the other one? Damn, I wrote it down. And I deleted it for some reason. But he wanted to do another cliffhanger too.
Yeah.
And he just said everything got away from him. He said the world got away from him for a couple years. He said he had family stuff going on, and he just wanted to, chill out with that. But he said there was a real competition between him and Arnold. And he said in a couple times, Arnold, when he did the aforementioned Stop Where My Mom Was Shooting, that was because Arnold was doing a comedy, and his agent said, "Oh, you got to match him. You got to match him."
Arnie said that he was going to make that movie, and that's why Stallone was like,
jumped on it
there first without even looking at the script.
Yeah, that's a quite well-known story, that one. But yeah.
So I thought that was kind of interesting. If I find the full interview, I will send it to our chat thing. but I found it really interesting. I mean, these guys are, 80, 70, and it was kind of cool for them to just go back 20, 30 years looking about regrets that they had on their, on their career.
Yeah.
No,
You
I'd
know?
like to see that. I would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please do.
I know you posted that somewhere, that thing about the 3 regrets Stallone had, but I
Yeah.
didn't realize that was part of a Stallone Arnie thing.
Yeah, that was part of the 45-minute clip
That's cool.
of it. So I thought that was kind of
Yeah.
interesting, because it's nice for them to be open like that. Because
Yeah.
a lot of times you don't get to see what was it? Bruce Willis was interviewed before he got sick, and he said he turned down Ghost
hmm
Mhm.
because he said he didn't see it.
Yeah, he
And
didn't
that was
see
when he
the
was
dead
married
guy
with
being romantic.
Demi. Yeah, he didn't see it, so he said Patrick nailed it.
Yep.
I always remember that when they were the two of them at their peak, when they were doing these action movies, a lot of the talk with a lot of my friends we'd always have this argument: if the two had been in an action movie together, who would have got more money? Whose name would have been, ahead in the casting list or in the poster? It would have been interesting, to see who would have kind of, for the bragging rights, who would have come out on top.
Yeah.
So
Would have been like-
that would have been fun just to have known. Obviously, Stallone had been in movies a little bit more longer than Arnie, but then at the same time, Arnie Stallone was the main guy. Then obviously Arnie came into it a bit more. So I mean, at that time, it would have been interesting just to see that rivalry. But yeah, I mean, it came a little bit late in Escape Plan, which wasn't a bad movie, but during the Rambo and the Terminator days, it would have been really interesting.
It would have been
I bet you it would have been like the Towering Inferno with Steve McQueen and
Something like that.
Yep. Paul Newman.
Yeah.
One's name was slightly above the others at the begin during the opening credits, and then at the closing credits, it was opposite.
Yeah.
And Steve McQueen wanted him in his contract that he had the exact same number of words in the script. I mean, that's how petty that shit.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I think he could have. He probably might have even got worse with Stallone and Arnie because obviously,
I'm sure.
Real
Roid rage thrown on top.
Yeah.
Alan says that I would say that Arnie and Sly brought the best out of each other, and the rivalry pushed them to excel more than they might have without them competing against each other.
Yep, I agree with
Great
that.
comment.
Oh yeah. Jester has his top 5. Number 1, Demolition Man. 2, Tango and Cash. 3, The Expendables.
That's
4,
a good pull, because that's just a fun movie.
5, Nighthawks. Yeah, it's a good movie.
Yeah.
Nice pick.
Not
Nice
a bad
pick.
list.
Jester.
Yeah.
All right. My number 4 is one that I had just brought up that he should have done a sequel to. I wish he would have done it. Tango and Cash, 1989. That's just a fun movie. I kind of think he tried to emulate that a little bit with Assassins, a little bit, with Banderas, but it just didn't have the spark as it did with Tango and Cash. Banderas is no Kurt Russell, So, but
Right.
I just love that movie, and it doesn't hurt that Terry Hatcher's in it. Terry Hatcher.
Yeah, King Strikes Again.
I love Terry Hatcher. So, I mean, I remember when that came. Remember her with the Superman cape on when the computer started?
Yeah.
Me and my brother, to have a screensaver, we downloaded that for 8 hours on our computer. And it was like every bit was coming up like bit by bit. And the next morning we woke up and it was like, Chris, we got a screensaver. Yeah. Woo!
Wow.
Jester says, I agree, Kenny. Tango and Cash definitely should have had a sequel.
Yeah.
And Ray says Tango and Cash is also my number 4.
Look at that, Ray. Me and you think alike, pal. And do you like Terry Hatcher, Ray?
She was hot at the time, wasn't she?
Oh my
Yeah.
God, smoking hot. If you want to watch a movie with her in it, and I highly recommend it, I own it on DVD. Heaven's Prisoners with Alec Baldwin.
I knew you were going to mention that one. That was the one that she appeared naked.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yes. Yes.
The Yam King strikes again.
Hey, I like what I like, pal.
Before there was Mr. Skin, there was the Yam King.
Yeah, Mr. Skin had me, but hey, I like what I like.
Funny enough, I don't have Tango and Cash in my top 5. I mean, it's a movie I do like. I think this is like a little more. This is like a little petty, a pet hate. I always just wished in that movie. I mean, the rapport. They bounce off each other, Stallone and Kurt Russell. But what kind of annoyed me on that? I think the roles should have been reversed.
Mhm.
Yeah, Stallone being sort of like in the suits and stuff. I always imagine sort of like Kurt Russell in Tequila Sunrise, with his hair gelled back in the suit, and Stallone more kind of the rough sort of looking sort of thing. So it just took me a little bit. I just found it a little bit difficult with Stallone with the glasses, like he was trying to get away from that sort of rugged action sort of look. I'm not to say that he didn't play a good part. I just think the movie kind of would have worked better in that sort of way. But I mean, I have a lot of fun with Tango and Cash, but I do agree with what you guys say. They should have had a sequel because they do really bounce off each other. It's kind of like a Lethal Weapon sort of cop buddy movie. Some of the jokes work really good and some of them maybe not so, but yeah, it's a good one. My number 4, I watched this one on the big screen. Again, it's kind of a movie that people don't talk about so much, and I'm going to go for Stallone in Lockup with Donald Sutherland, where Stallone plays this kind of mechanic who goes inside for a stretch, and Donald Sutherland plays this kind of head warden who takes a real dislike to him. I kind of really enjoyed that movie Lockup. I remember going into it thinking it's not going to be that great a movie. I think it didn't do too bad in the box office, but not one of his big blockbuster movies. I mean, Frank Leone as a character kind of works with me. And I think it's kind of a little bit underrated. It's probably, again, it's not a Stallone movie that everyone's going to sort of mention so much. So yeah, Lockup, my number 4 pick.
Very underrated movie. Very good movie.
Yeah.
Yep. That's on my honorable mentions. If I owned it, it would be on my list for sure.
Ken says Stallone and Russell were on Arsenio Hall promoting Tango, and it was one of the funniest segments on late night TV. I'll have to see if it's on YouTube. That's awesome.
Yeah, read Mr. Dan's comments, Sean.
I did want to get to that one too. Okay. Yeah, I like the way that Sly admitted he stole a Jackie Chan stunt for Tango, and he got a lot of respect in Hong Kong for that. Here we go. CGI me into Sly role and whatnot.
There you go.
That is a good question.
Yeah. No. Jim, what do you got at 4?
I got no answer for Stacy's question.
I don't either. Ants.
There you go.
You can CGI me into ants, and it'll just look the same.
Okay, now this one might be a controversial pick, but I don't give a shit. So, you know me. Carlos probably won't agree with this pick. I'm almost positive he's never even seen this movie, but hear me out, okay? My number 4 favorite non-franchise type movie, featuring Sylvester Stallone, is James Gunn's version of the Suicide Squad, which he voices King Shark. Okay, now before you say, are you fucking kidding me? Watch the movie, okay? Because I'm telling you, Stallone doing the voice of this creature, it's perfect casting. It's perfect casting. And by the end of the movie, this becomes one of the most heartfelt characters in any movie of its type. And it's just a fun movie. So, number 4, Suicide Squad.
You know me too well, Jim. I haven't seen
Yeah, I know you're not a superhero type guy, but I'm saying this movie's more of a comedy than anything. It really is. It's funny as hell. It's almost like a spoof of superhero movies.
Yeah.
And it's
Okay,
100 times better than that Will Smith version. It's not a sequel. It's like it's its own thing. It really is.
Like a do-over almost.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, Juno's here. Juno says, "Hey, Sean, Kitty, Jim, and Carlos, my pick for a favorite Stallone movie that underrated, Judge Dredd. I don't care the hate. I always thought it was an entertaining and badass." Somebody else mentioned Judge Dredd.
Rob fucking Schneider.
Hey, you like what you like, and that's it.
Oh, it was Alan. From an entertainment perspective, Judge Dredd is fine, but diehard fans of the character will never forgive him for removing the helmet.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I can't give that movie a fair shake because I watched it while I was drunk, so I don't remember that much about it. So.
You more or less got to be drunk to watch that movie. The Carl Urban version of Dredd is fantastic.
Yeah. Ken says if this was a top 10, Suicide Squad would have been on my list.
It's just a fun movie. It really is.
I'll keep things moving along very quickly because my number 4 is Tango and Cash. There you go.
Yeah, a lot of people love the movie.
Yeah. I only saw it once, and I have to be honest, I like Stallone, but I don't rewatch his movies very often unless they're Rambo or Rocky, and it's mostly Rocky. So a lot of these I've seen, but I've only seen them once, so I can't go into a lot of detail about them, just whether I liked them or didn't like them and what I remember. But Tango and Cash, I remember it was when I was working at the theater, and I'd go in and watch it all the time, and I thought it was entertaining. I would just watch bits and pieces of it, but I've only sat through it once. So, but
I thought Jack Palance made it, as always, he's the reliable villain in the movie.
Yeah.
He's great.
Tango, Cash, Tango.
That's not a bad impression.
Last movie from the 80s.
Yeah.
Last officially released movie from the 80s.
And Juno. Oh, it's Kenny. I'm like, somebody's giving Juno some support. It's Kenny. Some love for Assassins. Armand Asante was excellent. All right, Kenny.
All right. Number 3 I got, and this is a 1993 movie, The Day I Fell in Love with Her, Demolition Man. Oh my God.
I knew that would be on the list.
Yeah, I knew that would definitely be on his list.
I remember seeing that and turning that to my brother and go, "Who is that?" And my brother was like, "I don't know." And then I remember we didn't have a computer back in 1993 to look everything up. And then I remember seeing her in Working Girl, the series, the Working Girl series. And I'm like, "Oh my God, I must have everything that she's in," you know. And I remember my brother was in college at that time, and I went to the college, and like they had their computers, you know, bing, 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 you know, the Prodigy internet.
Oh,
and
that was your imitation of dial-up.
Yeah, that was my imitation of dial-up. And we even went to Blockbuster and got a couple AOL discs that they always had at the Blockbuster, on the sign-up table, so we could always go in there. We didn't know who the hell we were half the time because we were making up fake accounts and stuff like that. But I seen her. The movie was great too, but man, Sandra in that movie, chef's kiss.
Got a question for you.
Yo.
What is the deal with the seashells?
See, you know what's funny about that movie? I don't remember anything about that movie except her. I liked the showdown with Snipes and Stallone. I thought it was a really good movie, but man, there was just something about her that just took me away from the movie, and I was just like blindsided. It was like when the first time you see something, I'm like, wow, okay. Now you got my attention.
No, the running joke where every time you swear you get fined.
Yeah.
He walks over to that machine and just starts, shut the fuck up, you piece of shit, miserable goddamn cocksucker. It is ding, 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 and so much for the seashells. And it's such a great moment. It really is.
I'll upset
Kenny.
Kenny because Jim knows I'm not a fan of Sandra Bullock. I mean, Demolition Man is not in that list. Mainly because I don't know. I mean, I love the confrontation between Snipes and Stallone, and I think it really adds to the movie. But on the flip side, the negative thing about it, I think Sandra Bullock, she kind of drags it down with the comedy in it, and that's all good for those who like that. But for me, it just
yeah. If you wanted a real action movie, you know, like it was. It basically didn't have any of those comedy set. I don't even think she was in the trailer for it.
Nobody knew who the hell she was.
No, nobody knew who she was.
I mean, I get what they're trying to do. I mean, a lot of these action movies, you got to have like the one-liners. You got to have a comedy character. You got to have the odd comedy scene. You got to have a bit of everything. Even more so these days. So she was kind of a little bit more light-hearted. But for me, it's not one of them movies that I watch so much, because I know she's in it. I liked her in Speed with Keanu Reeves, but every time I watch Demolition Man, it's like I just want to see Stallone and Snipes go at it. I don't want to see Sandra Bullock. Just push her to the side, sort of thing. So
that's fair.
That's the reason why, as much as I like the movie, it's not in my top 5. So I just get that off and just kind of let you down there, Kenny. So
no, you didn't let me down. I totally understand it. You know, I have just a terribly big, huge blind spot for her. Yeah. So it's just, you know.
I mean, these honorable mentions ain't got. I mean, the 5 movies I've got, there's no comedy elements in the movie. So, so especially with the number 3. I mean, the number 3.
Actually, these are like my favorite. Like that's what the parameter was. The 5 favorite movies.
Yeah.
So these aren't the greatest movies in the world, you know. But mind you, but it's just like these are my, you know, if I feel like watching a Stallone movie, these are how I rank them, you know.
See, I've always looked at Demolition Man more of a satire of action movies than an actual action movie. It's like it's picking fun on those movies where they're just blowing shit up constantly and shooting left and right at each other, but never hitting each other. I mean, there's so much of that in that movie, not to mention, you know, the satire about the future. Okay. Right. The Taco Bell thing, I think, is fucking hilarious. I mean, I know it's Pizza Hut everywhere else in the world, but it was Taco Bell here.
Right.
And at the time, I remember seeing that opening night, and that got a huge laugh. You know, the idea that every restaurant in the future was going to be Taco fucking Bell. So that means everybody in the future has got explosive diarrhea. And if you lived in America, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Here's a little too much detail for you. I went out to dinner with my mom today and my uncle and my aunt, and we were sitting around the table and we were ordering our food, and they had soup or salad with everything. My uncle orders soup. My mom orders soup. My aunt orders soup. I'm not thinking I order a salad. My mom's like, "You ordered a salad? Oh my God." I'm like, "What?" She's like, "There's lettuce in salad." And I went, "Yeah." I'm like, I'm taking my chances. I don't care.
Remember when they told you to eat salad because it was the healthiest thing? And now it's like, eat anything but a salad.
I know.
Well, Sean, I had a salad with tuna fish for lunch. So
thank you. So I'm not afraid of salad.
I went to Burger King. You two are going to die.
Salad's a side dish. It always will be.
Well, that's what I got it as. It was my pre-meal thing. I got lasagna.
There you go. You know what? We're of the generation that drank out of garden hoses, so a little bit of diarrhea bacteria ain't going to hurt us.
Bring it on.
That's right.
Yes. Segue to the comment that's on the screen. The twins are here. Hey guys, one of our is Copland. I mentioned that was my number 5. So no pick.
So yeah,
right.
my number three,
Yeah.
as I was going to get to, I got to go with Cobra.
Nice.
I mean, it's not a great movie, but I just enjoyed the hell out of this movie. I mean, it's an hour and a half, like Jim says, the closest to a horror movie. It's a real trashy cop slasher movie. I just love the look of this. Obviously, Stallone wanted to put this idea in the Beverly Hills Cop, which that did not happen. So eventually he made his own cop movie. Again, I mean, it's a brutal one. It really, really is. Like I say, it's not a great movie. I mean, people shit on this movie quite a bit, but the bottom line is, it was a box office hit. It made over $200 million. I just love the look of Stallone in this. Obviously, the car. I mean, some of it's a little bit, like Jim said, with the gloves, is a little bit too extreme, but it's just a sort of macho Stallone movie. I mean, all the image is everything that you need to know. You know what you're going to get with this.
Yeah.
And it's a movie I always kind of rewatch. Like I say, it's an hour and a half and easy. It's just one of them movies that I sort of revisit really, really often. I mean, I get it. It's not a great movie, but it just hits the spots for me on that. Mario Andretti. I was kind of hoping there would have been a sequel, but I think he missed the boat on that one as well.
Yeah.
Juno's filming the sequel right now.
Yeah, Juno. Cobra is an ass kicker and kind of a slasher film too. Patrick's here. Cobra is so Swiss cheese.
Oh yeah, it's cheese as hell. It's
cheesy
fun
as hell.
though. It's fun.
It's fun. And crazy Bridget.
Oh yeah, she's nuts.
Yeah.
It's quotable as hell too.
Oh yeah.
I mean, my favorite line in that whole movie is when Adrian's your name? Yeah, it was kind of rough growing up with. I always wanted something more, macho. Like what? Alice.
I actually dig the soundtrack to Cobra. I always think that's it's one of them soundtracks that was always kind of cool. Typical 80s movie soundtrack.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It played like gangbusters at the drive-in. Because, like I said, that was the summer that I worked at the drive-in. And, oh, yeah, man. People were laying on the horns and hooting and hollering and just having a good old time with that movie.
Cobra is the GOAT of all Stallone films and still holds up. Don't want a dumbass remake. Who are they planning on remaking Cobra with?
Juno. He's holed up in his shitty Walmart.
God. That's funny. All right, Jim, what's your number 3?
Okay, another one to irritate my good friend Carlos with.
Don't say Rolling Stone.
No. You will not see that piece of shit on my
I
list.
dare you to say Over the Top, Jim.
No. But this one might not. No, actually, I know this one's not going to be on anybody else's list because it's not a movie that people think of when they think of Stallone. And this is pre-Rocky. Okay? I mean, this is gold in my opinion. I fucking adore this movie, and I've mentioned it before.
The Italian Stallion, the porn version.
No, not the porn.
A Night at Kitty and Studs.
Every time I bring up drive-ins, and I just brought up the drive-in, I always say the quintessential drive-in movies are the Roger Corman movies, and the best of all those movies is Death Race 2000.
Yep.
Where Stallone plays Machine Gun Joe right there. In a performance that is so over the top. It's ridiculous. Him and Carradine just play off each other so great. I mean, it's just, you want to talk cheese, it doesn't get cheesier than this, okay? But you know what? I have loved this movie since I was about 10 years old, and I will love it until the day I die. So if we're doing a Stallone tribute, it's got to be Death Race 2000. Actually, I think I might have even seen this before I saw Rocky. It'd be right around the same time.
Okay.
It's right around the same time. So, but yeah, I love this movie. Not a big fan of the remake, but the original, can't go wrong with it. So, Death Race 2000.
I didn't go for the remake at all.
Mm-mm.
It's an action movie. Death Race 2000 is a satire and it's a comedy, just like Demolition Man in a way. So,
Lords of Flatbush, says Patrick.
Mm.
That was an HBO staple for a while.
Yep. Holy shit, Fonzie was Fonzie before Fonzie.
Yeah. All right. I'm surprised I'm the first one to mention this one as my number 3. Maybe it's higher on everybody else's list. Maybe it's not. But I'm going with 1993, not Demolition Man, Cliffhanger, which again,
Great.
I haven't seen it a ton of times, but I really enjoyed it. And that's right around the time when, those types of action movies were starting to get a little creaky, and he came back and it was a solid movie. Rennie Harlan is the director. I haven't seen it in a while, so again, I don't remember specifics, but I just remember I really enjoyed it. And I thought, okay, he's sort of reinvented himself, and this is a new take on something.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it, so that's the one I'm going for. And fun fact, the opening aerial transfer stunt earned a Guinness World Record at the time as one of the most expensive aerial stunts ever filmed.
Oh wow!
So, yep.
You will definitely be hearing about that.
I figured, but
I'll be shocked if it wasn't on a couple more lists at least. So yeah,
right. I figured
it's one of his best, without a doubt.
Yeah. It totally turned things around for him. Ray said it's his number 5.
Nice.
And it might have the greatest opening sequence ever in an action movie, because just thinking about it now, I'm getting a chill. Seeing that on the big screen, it's just, trying to save that woman. It's unbelievably tense. It's so good. And I'm afraid of heights and how it is. So it's like, just seeing that scene on that screen, I was just like, holy shit. Yeah, great.
I was shocked to see a scene like that so early in the movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But it set it up perfectly.
Yeah.
It really did.
Yeah. Tom Baker made a great comment. Lithgow plays great bad guys.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
There it is. I missed it. It's right there. John Lithgow plays bad guys like no one else. That is true.
Yeah. When
Ricochet, that's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah, that's the one
I was going to say. Ricochet, when he gets in that mode where he's chewing so much scenery that he had to have a fucking eating disorder named after him. I mean, it's just, it's great. It's great.
Stallone and Rooker were great in that. Great together in that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
Yeah, it was cool in the Guardians movies where those two kind of reunited.
Yeah.
It was kind of, the cliffhanger reunion.
That opening sequence is devastating, especially in the theater. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you imagine that movie in IMAX?
Oh, that would
my God.
Awesome.
I'd be puking in that scene.
All right. My number 2 is going to surprise probably a lot of you guys. It's a 2012 movie, Bullet to the Head.
Wow.
Ooh, remake.
Wow. Okay.
Really good movie. If you just want to watch a good action movie, just put on, this is it. I really like this movie a lot.
Walter
I
Hill.
haven't seen that one.
Yeah,
And Momoa, Jason Momoa's in it.
Yeah.
Christian Slater's in it, and like Sean just said, so well. And Sarah Shalali is in it too. She's not bad to look at, but it's a really good movie. Well
I need
paid.
to revisit that. I struggled to get into that one.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
The thing I remember most about that movie is that there is a fight scene between Momoa and him with axes, or hammers or some shit, and it's really intense. I mean, it's a really good fight scene between the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's a Walter Hill movie that nobody talks about. That's a good pick, Kenny.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to put that on my list. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's not streaming. It's not streaming anywhere either. That's the problem.
That's a remake of a Japanese movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think John Woo. If it's not John Woo, it's somebody along those lines that did the original.
Mr. Dan, we need your help.
Where are you at,
Mr.
Dan?
Dan would know.
Dan would definitely know. Or maybe Mike, but I would go with Dan for sure.
Yeah, Dan would
Flew
definitely
a
know.
helicopter for Sly. He smelled like earthworms during Maybe that's why he doesn't get close to the fans. It's the BO.
We can neither confirm or deny the fact that he has BO.
The comments made by the guests are not necessarily the opinions.
That's right.
The
There's some
opinions of
disclaimers
those
on here. Damn it, we're not getting sued.
But that is funny. Thanks for that insight, Brad.
You smelled like death incarnate.
Like I said, I was out with my mom and my aunt and uncle today, and we were talking about what movies they would pick for the episode tonight. And my aunt said, "You know what? I stopped liking Sylvester Stallone because she was a huge Rocky fan. She like in '76, she got pissed off when Peter Finch won Best Actor over Stallone. They only gave it to him because he was dead."
It's a pretty goddamn good performance.
It is.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking good.
But she's like, I stopped liking him because I found out he was watering his lawn when they said in the drought in California that you weren't supposed to use any water, and he said fuck it and watered his lawn. And I was like, okay, all right. But
it's like people saying I don't like Stallone because he's Republican. Who gives a shit? You know, I mean,
yeah, I don't.
You know,
there's a lot of people I don't agree with their politics on,
but you know, James Woods, I don't want to hang out with him, but he's a great fucking actor.
Yeah, he's a great actor. I wouldn't want to hang out with him either. Let's see.
Dan said it was a John Woo movie.
It was?
Thank you, Dan.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dan.
I thought it was.
Thank you, Dan.
I thought it was, but I wasn't sure. Thank you, Dan.
He says, Alan says, I do enjoy Cliffhanger enormously, but often feel that John Lithgow is the most important component of the film. That's fair.
How y'all feel about the planned remake that's coming out later on with Lily James playing the Sylvester Stallone part? And Pierce Brosnan playing her father that she's trying to rescue. And a bunch of people I don't know. Look at Kenny shaking his head in disgust. It's like,
well, I just seen I posted about the RoboCop. They're doing a reboot of the RoboCop.
Fuck that. Good Lord, let it go. Let it
go. A Blumhouse production.
Yeah, don't get Juno going.
Yeah, Juno. Yeah, that's exactly what I was ready for you to pounce, Sean, but I forgot you were out with your mom today. But I was ready for you to pounce because you love RoboCop.
Oh yeah, I saw it, but I didn't really have time to process it. So the remake is bad enough.
Oh yeah,
there's one scene that's good in that whole movie.
I refuse to watch it.
The credits rolling.
I went to the theater to see it.
Did you really?
I did.
Wow. I refuse to watch it. Just I don't know.
Well, I like the original so much. I gave it the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, okay, what are they going to do with it? There's one scene in it where he looks at his body and he goes, Jesus Christ. And that's like the only real emotion in the whole movie.
I wouldn't buy that for $1.
It was available for $1 everywhere.
Yeah, it was at the Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
Jim, I wouldn't even buy it for 50 cents.
Yeah. RoboCop PG-13. Yeah, those shouldn't be together.
You know, they did that with RoboCop 3. They turned it into a PG-13 movie with a different dude, and I was like, nope.
Yeah.
Fool me once, shame on you. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, that first movie, they had that formula down to a T. I mean, why go away from that? I just don't get it.
Yeah, the original.
I mean, the second one, I was kind of perplexed watching the second one because Nancy Allen, she appears in the first kind of 20 minutes, and then for the next hour, she's gone. She's gone from the whole movie, and she pops up at the end, and I'm thinking, what happened there?
I think she was pregnant, Carlos, because if you notice when they shoot her in the second one, she's always behind the cars, and they have a cropped up view of her at the end when she's talking to Mark.
Well, I also know that. Oh, I'm sorry, but that was also one of those movies that was rushed because of the writers and actor strikes at that time. Because there was a lot of movies that were put in limbo around that time. The Burbs was one of those movies that had issues because of that. And with the RoboCop, they were literally changing the script every day. Yeah. You know, RoboCop 2, I should say. First one's friggin' classic, you know. So
Cheers for that, Kenny. I didn't know that. I mean, like I say, I thought she was like the most important character in that second movie. It's like, well, what happened? I just kind of thought maybe she was out of favor. She might have said something. She weren't getting on with the director
No,
or
I
something.
just I was up through the night, and it just happened to be on like TNT or something like that, and I did watch the commercials, and it was just like I couldn't believe that like they were shooting her from like the head up, and then she was behind like the shootout at the end with like
Mhm.
RoboCop going out. She was behind cop cars like ducking and stuff like
Oh,
that.
okay.
But yeah, I have to. I'm not really sure, but she did have a child around that time.
That makes
So,
sense. I vaguely remember that. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right. Ray says the John Woo film is Bullet in the Head and is a different film.
Oh,
The Sly
okay.
film
Oh.
isn't a remake; it's based on a comic book.
Okay, thank you.
Jen is here. Hello, Jen.
hi,
Hi,
Jen.
Jen.
Hi, Jen.
Yeah, I love the RoboCop TV commercial bits. Those are great. All right, Carlos, what is your number 2?
Yeah, number 2. I actually rewatched this a couple of days ago. I mean, I kind of knew it would be in that top 5, but this kind of really confirmed it even more so. And I got to go with Copland. I kind of have this Stallone playing the sheriff, Freddie Heflin.
Mhm.
He's kind of like an underdog sort of role. I kind of sort of associate similar to Rocky. Obviously, he's quite weighty in this one.
Yeah.
And it's got a great cast. I mean, you've got some heavyweights in there: Harvey Keitel, Rob De Niro, Ray Liotta. Yeah, just a really. I'm kind of surprised that Stallone didn't even get a nomination for an Academy Award, because I think it deserved that.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you're up there with Harvey Keitel and Robert De Niro. They're kind of big actors. And yeah, the ending, totally didn't see that one coming, that it was going to go down that sort of route. I think it's probably Stallone's one of his best performances, alongside with Rocky and Creed from his career.
Mm-hmm.
And also, yeah, I think it was Jim might have said that he put on 40 pounds, kind of took this on as more of a serious acting role, kind of taking a break from the action sort of persona from his career. Fantastic performance, and had to be in that top 5 for me.
Tom says Copland is one of my faves. Yeah, it was, like I said, it was in my top 5 just because it was something he tried something new, and like the movie as a whole, it didn't work for me, but he did, and he's the one thing I remember about it. And like you said, the great cast, and he's the one that stands out from all of them.
Yeah.
So that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, great pick.
Yep. Jim.
Okay, well, my number 2 has been mentioned already, but I will mention it again, and it's without a doubt one of his best movies, most successful movies too, that doesn't have Rambo or Rocky in the title, and it is Cliffhanger, without a doubt.
Nice.
Like I said, saw it opening night on that big ass screen and was blown away from the opening scene until the very end. And again, John Lithgow is just so over the top, but Rooker's great in it. Stallone's great in it. The girl whose name escapes me right now, Justine something or whatever, she's great in it. The Australian dickhead soccer player guy is fucking striker. You know, I mean, it's just a fucking awesome movie that I could watch over and over and over. And it's definitely one of Rennie Harlin's best movies.
Mm-hmm.
That's when Rennie Harlin was more or less at the top of his game, because he had come off of Die Hard 2 and The Adventures of Ford Fairlane, which I like, okay? But then he did this one and The Long Kiss Goodnight in short succession, and I love both of those movies. And like I said, Rennie Harlin's been kind of roller coasterish at best, but thank you, Janine Turner.
Mm-hmm.
But when he's on, and Cliffhanger is probably his best movie. So that's number 2.
Great pick. I cannot argue with that. Patrick says, "What about Daylight?"
It's on my honorable mentions.
Yeah.
If I owned it, it'd be on my top 5 because I like that movie. It's
I
entertaining.
like the movie. I saw it once, and it was when it was on TV, and I was sort of 75% paying attention to it. I thought it was entertaining.
It was good.
It wouldn't make my top 5 though.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's a throwback for the disaster movies from the 70s.
Yeah, exactly.
And seeing Viggo Mortensen play a total fucking moron. The roof is falling. I'm gonna climb it.
That's what they do in these disaster movies. They come up with these silly ideas, don't they?
Yeah.
And you know it ain't going to work.
I know.
Texas says Victory is a great underrated film with him. My aunt actually picked that one. She's like, and I haven't seen it. She's like, you got to see it. Michael Caine's in it. It's great.
Again, if I owned it, it'd probably be on my list. I haven't seen it in years, but yeah, I watched that thing constantly on HBO back in the day.
Yeah, it was constantly on.
With Michael Caine.
On number 2, not number 1. I almost showed my number 1. Almost
Get
gave it away.
arrested for that in some states.
Yeah. My number 2 has been mentioned, and we've talked about it. Demolition Man. Yeah. I just watched this fairly recently. I really enjoyed it. I hadn't seen it since the 90s, and I watched it, I don't know, a year or two ago. Really, really enjoyed it. And like you were saying, I thought it was more of a satire of like science fiction action films, and it came out around that same time. Like I said, when the action movies were getting kind of creaky, so they were starting to poke fun at themselves with like Last Action Hero and whatnot. But I think it's aged better than Last Action Hero.
Yeah,
I think it's a lot more fun. And Snipes is a great adversary for Stallone, and he's at the top of his game too. So Simon Phoenix. I love that movie, and it's fun to go back and see all the things that they predicted back then. All the different things that came true, except the 3 seashells. We're still waiting for that. But still haven't figured that out. But yeah, the self-driving cars and all that stuff.
Yeah. I'm waiting for the cannoli safety equipment, instead of the airbags, you just get the full foam.
Yeah.
As I plow my head into the back of the bookcase, I need some fucking foam.
Oh, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Luckily, in my case, my head is not a vital organ, so it's all good.
Let's see. Go back into. Patrick says second best after Cutthroat Island.
Fuck you.
I don't think so.
Yeah, me neither.
Escape to Victory. Yeah, that's the non-American title.
Overseas, yeah.
Yeah, they say that in Europe.
Yeah.
Well, us Americans with our short attention spans, we need things, dumbed down.
Except for Detox, we mean I See You, which is more syllables. Escape to Taco Bell. Charles Dance was a great villain too.
Charles Dance is phenomenal in everything. I mean, he's the best thing about Alien 3.
In Last Action Hero. Yeah.
I loved him in Last Action Hero. Oh,
yeah.
His little glass eyeballs.
Daylight was going to be made with Nicolas Cage first. I have not heard that.
Could be. Could be, because he was making a lot of action movies back then. That was the Con Air days and shit.
Yeah.
Around that time.
Wesley Snipes inspired Dennis Rodman's look when he went to play in San Antonio. That rings true. Okay. All right. It is now time to reveal our number 1 non-Rocky or Rambo Stallone film. Kenny, you are up.
Now, this is going to be a shocker for a lot of people. We're going to go back to 1994. The Specialist.
Ooh. Okay.
It might not be everybody's cup of tea, but James Woods chews up that scenery.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Is unbelievable in that. And I have to send you guys. He was on Adam Carolla's podcast. And that scene with the bomb was all improvised. Nobody knew what the hell he was going to do. in that scene.
Yeah.
The director came over to him. I think his name was like Milos or something like that. He was a Luis. He said, improvise. And you have to watch his face when he does that improvised stuff. And he goes, what the hell am I going to do? I just got 2 wires. You know how he talks like that, you know? And he's like, I don't know what to do. I got an orange wire and a blue one. What am I going to do? And he goes, improvise. And then he just faded away and went into the seat. And he goes, okay. And he goes, I went out. I went batshit crazy. He goes, that was a 5-minute just like deluge I did. And he said, if you look at the people that are in the background, they have no idea what he was going to do in that scene. You know, so I just like it too. I like Sharon Stone. Rod Steiger's very good in it. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but I just enjoy it. You know, I just enjoy the movie.
It's fun.
It's a fun movie.
Yeah, the only problem that I've got with that movie is those two have no romantic chemistry.
Oh yeah,
the scene where the two of them are in that shower, sauna, whatever. They're both glistening with oil or whatever. I mean, they're shinier than the dude in the Lost Boys. Okay, and it's just there is not a moment in that where it's like, okay, this is erotic or sexy or anything. It's just shiny.
I thought that was the reason why Kenny actually chose it as his number one, because of that scene. I thought, you know, he's spinning us this bullshit story why you like the movie. I was thinking, I think Kenny just loved that scene so much.
I love James Woods as an actor.
Yeah,
oh no, he's great.
Yeah.
And
that kind of specialist, I'll be honest, that did miss my list, because I thought James Woods was outstanding in it.
Yeah, it's not like I said, it's not the world's greatest movie, but he chews up so much scenery in that, especially the scene where he's trying to do with the bomb and stuff like that. I just love that.
No, it's a fun movie. It is. It's entertaining.
I have to confess I haven't seen it, so
yeah, that's another one I saw at the theater and was just laughing, you know, because it's entertaining. It really is.
Yeah, Alan says it's a terrific popcorn movie, and we'll throw in a Pepsi for Kenny.
Yeah.
Thanks, Alan. I only got water here, but yeah, Pepsi will be good.
Water for me too.
Hey, me three. There you go.
Pepsi for Kenny.
We're all very hydrated. Carlos, are you hydrating?
Yeah, I got my water.
There we go. All right.
The 4 middle-aged guys drinking their water will all be peeing tonight.
Carlos, what's your number one?
Yeah, okay. Yes, I mean, some of the ones that I really wanted to put in this list, Tango and Cash, The Specialist, Escape Plan. I enjoy all those movies. The Expendables 2, which is probably my favorite one because you get more Arnie and Stallone together, and Bruce Willis. Assassins, I really wanted to include that movie because I think that one's so underrated. Yep. But this one was a no-brainer for me. It's been mentioned. I did watch this on the big screen. This was kind of Stallone's comeback after he had that kind of few comedy movies. So he needed a big action movie to get back up there, and it had to be Cliffhanger. Yeah. I'll just echo with what everybody said. What makes the movie so great? You got a fantastic villain, John Lithgow. It's one of John Lithgow's best villain roles, as he did in the De Palma movies, with the Trinity and the Dexter TV series, which is probably my favorite villain that he's played. Yeah. But this one, he's ruthless in this one, and also I do like Michael Rooker as a villain. You know, he's part of the team. Great action movie, and like Jim said, it's one of Stallone's biggest sort of box office hits outside the Rocky and Rambo movies. And I mean, out of all the movies that we probably mentioned, this one really should have had a sequel, because obviously you would have thought that, because it made it was a big hit for Stallone. It got him back up there. So yeah, I kind of, you know, it's disappointing that it didn't have a second movie, because I think it would have worked. Probably the stunts would have got more bigger, dangerous. Just a real shame. But yeah, that was undisputed number one choice for me, Cliffhanger.
I
Cool.
love Cliffhanger. I do. I'm kind of glad that they never made a sequel to it, though,
Yeah.
because it's a self-contained story.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just so much fun.
I mean, had they done a sequel, sort of maybe 3 to 5 years later, I'm glad they didn't do a sequel like 10, 15 years later.
Right. A legacy sequel or any of that bullshit.
Yeah,
Like
because
what
a lot
they're
of it
doing
kind
now
of
with the
moves on.
reboot.
But yeah,
Yeah, Alan says it's extraordinary how such a lovely man as John Lithgow plays such a total evil bastard
Yeah.
so well.
Yeah.
that guy can turn on. You think about it, what he's in Harry and the Hendersons. He's a likable family guy.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
then he just flips the switch and he comes out as Trinity in the Dexter TV series, which is probably one of my favorite villains on TV. I mean, I'd have that villain character up there with, I don't know, JR, the guy out of The Walking Dead, the guy with the
Negan.
baseball bat, Negan. Yeah, great villain roles. John Lithgow. It's just so evil. He's just so evil, and great actor.
I'll never forget. I mean, I know we're sidetracked, but Lithgow, seeing him in a very short order, seeing him in Blowout, playing that fucking nutbag, and then immediately seeing him in The World According to Garp after that as this man who had a sex change operation. He used to be a football player. Now he's a woman, and he's like still huge, you know, it's him, but he's so gentle and this and that and the other. And he doesn't play it for laughs. He plays it, you know, totally quote unquote straight. And it's such a great performance, you know, but it's like, I'll never forget they going, holy shit, that's the same guy. You know, I mean, what a range, you know, and he's just, he's one of those great actors.
And Brad brings up Third Rock from the Sun. He was great on that show.
He's great on everything. I don't think I've ever seen him give a bad performance. He's been in plenty of bad movies.
Yeah.
Okay.
The first thing I ever seen him in
great.
was Footloose.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's good in
as
that.
the preacher. You know?
Any of you guys seen him in Dexter?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah. He plays the Trinity Killer in season 4, and he won an Emmy for it. And it's, like Carlos said, it's one of the best villainous roles ever.
I'll tell you what, Jim, that scene when he finally tracks him down, Dexter Morgan, and he has the audacity to go in that police station, and he walks up to him, and he those words were chilling when he looks at his police sort of blood analyst
his lanyard.
There's hello Dexter Morgan.
Hello, Dexter Morgan.
They made him look like he was 7 foot tall when he was looking down on Michael C. Hall. That scene was frightening.
Yeah, it is. I mean,
he's a big dude. I think he's around about 6'4", 6'5". He's a big dude.
Yeah, if you guys ever get into the first 4 seasons of Dexter, you could stop right there.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
seriously.
what I've heard.
And they are. The first 4 seasons of that show are among the best things ever on TV. But season 4 in particular, with Lithgow, it's without a doubt one of the best seasons of any show ever. It's just phenomenally good. But you have to see what came before it to understand it, you know. So, but yeah, it's a great show. It really was back in the day. I haven't seen the reboots, so.
Harry and the Hendersons back when Seattle was awesome. Oh.
Yeah.
Jim, what's your number one?
Okay, well, my number one has been mentioned by our good friend Carlos over there. And this not only was the first time I ever saw Rutger Hauer, it's still my favorite Rutger Hauer performance outside of The Hitcher. And, of course, it's Nighthawks from 1981. I fucking love this movie. I've loved it from day one. I did not see this at the cinema. This was heavy rotation on HBO back in the day. Yep. And every time I was seeing Stallone with that beard, you said that it reminded you of 70s. Serpico.
Yep.
Al Pacino and Serpico. It's like, it's the same face, okay?
Yeah.
But
exactly.
Billy D. Williams is great in this. Rutger Hauer's great in this. Lindsay Wagner's great in this. Is the Bionic Woman. She's his wife, you know? And I mean, it's just a phenomenal, phenomenal film. So, number 1, Nighthawks.
Awesome pick.
Yeah, I love it.
I love the ending.
There you go.
I did not see that ending coming.
Yeah. Nope. Sean just held it up. It's his number 1 as well.
Number 1.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, because like I said, this is our top 5 favorite Stallone films, and that's the one I've seen other than the Rocky and the Rambo the most. And like Jim said, it was on HBO all the time, and I used to watch it all the time. We had satellite TV back in the video cipher days where you could get every channel for free. We had this chip in our satellite dish. That's one of those gigantic C-band satellite dishes that were like 10 feet across, and constantly was watching HBO, constantly watching Nighthawks. It was always on. Fun fact, Jamie Gillis, the porn star, is in Nighthawks. He is, it's one of his few, but he did several straight roles. But he's in it, and he's billed as himself too.
Catherine Mary Stewart is also in it. She is the girl at the pharmaceutical counter, and they dubbed her voice.
Oh.
And she gets blown up. And that's her screen debut.
Wow.
Yep.
I did not know that.
I didn't know that until I started watching the special features on this.
I can't remember the role.
For some strange reason, us guys in the UK, there is no Blu-ray release of that, of Nighthawks. You can only get it. I've got the American Shout Select release, and I know that Germany do it. But for some strange reason, that movie is not in the UK. I don't know whether it's anything to do with the terrorism story theme line, because London's one of the cities. It's just strange, because I think a lot of the guys in the UK would probably not have even heard of that movie unless you're at a particular sort of age. But I think really highly underrated. I really, really do.
It was held up originally on Blu-ray to get on Blu-ray rights here because of one scene in the disco where he's looking for a girl. Brown Sugar from the Rolling Stones is playing. And on the DVD and VHS versions, they had to change that song. And, and with the Blu-ray, they were able to restore it. So that might be one of the reasons why it never got a Blu-ray release. It might be a rights issue for music.
Okay.
Cool.
I remember seeing it on VHS, and do you know the scene where Billy D. Williams gets slashed in the train station? When I revisited that a year or so later on British TV, they cut that scene out.
Wow.
And obviously Stallone, he's swearing as Rutger Hauer makes off down the train station. That scene was severely cut, and for whatever, I mean, I suppose it is quite a vicious, violent scene, but underrated movie for sure. I was pretty sure that I was maybe the only one who's going to say Nighthawks. So a couple of people mention it.
No, I love it. I've loved that movie for over 40 years. It's so good.
Texas said, I met Jamie Gillis once. Really strange guy.
Bow, chicka, bow, wow.
I bet.
Did he ask for special favors?
I bet he was.
Penthouse Forum.
I wouldn't imagine he'd be a great dude. Are you talking about Jamie Gillis, dude, Kenny?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I was commenting on Texas.
On Texas?
Hey, say what you will, man. The guy got more ass than a toilet seat back. Got
all right.
Now, before we go into the franchises, do you guys have any honorable mentions of movies that haven't been mentioned that aren't Rambo or Rocky movies?
I do not.
Because just about everything is I had Victory, Lockup, Demolition Man, Daylight, Copland, and the two Guardians movies for the honorable mentions on my list.
I will give an honorable mention because I mentioned it to you in the chat. Ants.
Yeah.
ANTZ, where he plays the military
Woody Allen's
guy.
buddy.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that movie, and I'm one of the few people I think that did.
I haven't seen it in years, but I remember at the time I liked it more than A Bug's Life.
Yeah, I did too. It was much more adult.
Yeah. It's the best Woody Allen movie. I'm not a Woody Allen fan, so. But I do remember I liked Stallone in that.
Yeah.
You know, doing the voice.
Yeah. Kenny, do you have any? Or did you sit?
Well, let Carlos go because Carlos.
I mentioned Assassins, Expendables 2, Tango Cash, Escape Plan, and The Specialist, and Demolition Man.
Okay, I have Daylight. I See You, Driven, Get Carter, and Assassins. I love Assassins. That could have been another tentpole for him if he.
Yeah.
Now here's another question. We're doing the best. What's the worst?
The worst Stallone movie?
Not 5. The worst Stallone movie you've seen.
I had a couple written down. Oscar, did not get on with that.
Yeah.
I mean, some of his more modern stuff wasn't very good.
Oh yeah, I just watched one with him and Matthew Modine.
I just ordered that one. I actually got it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I got it just to sort of fill out my Stallone collection. I know it's probably one of them ones where he just kind of done 2 weeks filming, just got his name on the screen.
No, that's basically Matthew Modine. He kind of walks through that. Basically, Stallone does a lot of the heavy lifting in that movie. Modine, I don't know if last couple movies I've seen with Modine, he just comes in like the last couple scenes. You know.
A lot of paycheck movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of them.
I like Over the Top. So Patrick, don't be a shithead. I mean that was
he might be baiting me because he knows that I don't like that movie.
I think Oscar's the one for me. I don't like movies in kind of like one sort of setting. And I went with a couple of friends of mine, and one of my buddies, he's a massive Stallone fan, even more so than me. He actually worked as an extra on Judge Dredd, and he was trying to convince me how funny that movie was. And I went through the whole movie, not even chuckling once. Yeah, I think a lot of the jokes went over the hill.
Yep. Yeah, with me, I mean, we already mentioned Stop or My Mom Will Shoot and Rhinestone, of course, okay? But unlike you guys, and again, I never pick on people for what they like and don't like. I'm not a fan of Tango and Cash. I'm not a fan of Over the Top. I'm not a fan of a couple of his movies that most people love. And again, I'm not going to argue with people what, if you like it, that's great. It's just Tango and Cash. I think the main problem why I didn't like that movie, the first time I saw it, I was in a packed theater and it was hotter than hell. And I'm watching this incoherent movie with fucking Jack Palance just screaming at the top of his lungs, Tango, Cash, Cash, Tango, Tango. There are moments in that movie that I find quite funny, okay? The whole bit with Kurt Russell and Drag, I got to admit, I laughed my ass off the first time I saw that shit. But I've tried to watch that movie several times. I can't get into it. I just can't. So, sorry for all you people that are now buzzing my phone saying, fuck you, man. Tango Cash is awesome.
Yeah. No, just to say about Over the Top, Patrick put a comment. Sorry about that. It is super silly, and the kid is a pain in the ass, a whining little bitch in the movie. But I'm sorry, but everybody was turning their hat around for Extra Power, that summer when that came out, So because I remember playing softball, and if we needed an extra run, that like turn, me and my brother would be like over the top, like that. So it was silly, but
yeah, it was.
and cheesy as hell, but I think it was made to be that way, in my opinion. So
It would have been more realistic if Sly and Robert Loggia were fighting over who got the kid instead of,
Yeah.
you take him. No, fuck you, you take him.
yeah, it was just like the kid didn't do any favors for the movie because he was just so whiny, the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I would have left him on the side of the side.
yeah,
of the
I would have been like, cue the song, "Meet me halfway across the sky," and it was like, "See you, kid."
Like the Sammy Hagar song.
Yeah.
I don't know about people with their caps flipped back. I mean, Kenny, like I said, my buddy who's a big Stallone fan, he actually got one of his arm wrestling tables with the two handles, and he actually placed it in his gym in the corner because he was such a big Stallone fan, and he was like challenging people on his arm wrestling. I said, "Get the fuck out of it!" And a couple of people were using that arm wrestling. And everyone was going on about over the top and this and that. And after about 2-3 months, nobody was going on that arm wrestling thing. And I can remember my buddy who owned the gym. He said, "Blood damn!" He goes, "I bought a new bit of equipment." And I said, "Well, if you're going to buy some new bit of equipment and you're moaning it's not going to be used, get something that we're going to use." He says, "Yeah, but you guys are just taking the piss. You're putting your drinks on the table." And like
a table.
Yeah, it's like he just sat there in the corner, and eventually he had to sell it because he was.
I might be wrong, but I think they tried to have an arm wrestling tournament like in like Vegas or something like that.
Mhm.
I think
Yeah.
they do, actually.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
I know they got those slap fights now.
The slap,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that's got really popular.
It's
but
crazy.
I have no idea what the hell that is.
yeah,
You don't know what the slap fights are?
No. I know what it is.
Oh, okay.
Why would somebody sign up and go, "Yeah, I like CTE right now"?
Yeah, right. I know one of the wrestlers who wrestled in my buddy's Exodus Pro. He wasn't a regular, but he did wrestle there. He was in it, and he probably did it for money because I know he probably doesn't make a whole lot of money doing professional wrestling as an indie. But he did it once, and he got knocked the fuck out. And he posted it to Instagram, and then he said, "Never doing it again, ever."
Yeah,
Well, did you
fuck
see
that.
Jack Swagger, the WWE former champion?
Really?
Got his ass whooped on there by a big Samoan dude that was in TNA.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, I'll have to send you that clip. He
Yeah.
took what did he take? The first one, Carlos, and then the second one. He got like nailed right in the ear, and when you get hit in the ear, you like lose, and he just went down.
Yeah, but the problem there with Jack Swagger, as good a wrestler, well, he was pretty decent, but like those moves are planned. I mean, when you're doing that other sport and you're taking it, that's a different ball game.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Avoid arm wrestling with Jeff Goldblum.
What's that?
Facts. Okay. I missed something there. I don't want to know.
Right.
All right. So now it's time for us to rate the Rocky and the Rambo movies. Which franchise would you like to go first? Carlos, it is your pick.
I think we do the Rambo one first, and I think Rocky's most iconic role, so I think we best to leave that one till last. So we'll do Rambo.
All right. So how do you want to do this? Do you guys just want to reveal your list in order, or do we want to do round robin for our number 5 and like we did the other ones?
Doesn't matter to me. Either way works for me.
Yeah,
All right, let's do the round robin, which works. Kenny, you're up.
Number 5, I take Rambo: Last Stand. It's basically Rambo Home Alone. Underneath let's go to the caves, like that, and he's got everything like triggered and stuff like that. All it needed was Macaulay Culkin. He goes, you just going like that, But I enjoyed it. For what it was, and it's a good, send off of the character. Hopefully, You know,
Oh, that's great.
Easy.
Road.
Rambo's
You could have had
Home Alone.
Macaulay Culkin and the kid out of Over the Top as,
yeah,
as a double villain combo. After Stallone.
absolutely.
You see the kid in the pit.
But I enjoyed the last stand movie a lot. So
Last Blood.
But yeah,
okay,
I got that as my fifth one. I'm going to show a movie program. It's a Japanese movie program.
Oh,
That's cool.
I kind of, yeah, it's probably, I mean, Rambo, it was left, it ended really, really well. I got to be honest, when this one came out, obviously it made a little bit of money. Stallone on the back of the Rocky Balboa movie. He's bringing some of his most iconic roles, and they were still making money. But yeah, this was an odd one. I mean, it's got a bit, like I say, it got Rambo when he was setting the traps. I know a lot of us liked enjoying, seeing that. The bit where he pulls the guy's heart, I thought that was a little bit extreme. Kind of looked cartoony for me.
well, he just went after his daughter. I would, you or his niece.
Yeah.
You know, I would too.
I kind of like the bit at the end, though, when he's actually on that rocking chair, and as much as you hear about it, there's going to be another Rambo movie. It's done. Rambo's home, and I don't think it needs to go there. So I think most people are going to say this is going to be their least favorite, but it does have its moments. Rambo, Last Blood. So fifth for me, yeah.
Yeah. Before I begin, I'll say up top, I enjoy all five to a certain degree or another. Okay. That being said, yeah, let's keep that train going. My least favorite is also Last Blood. I didn't think about the Home Alone thing. Okay, Kenny, that's a good call. To me, I kept thinking this was a bloodier version of Taken. You know, like they took his niece or whatever, so he decides to go back for payback with his very specific skills, gets his ass handed to him. gets her, she dies, they come after him, and the rest is history. It doesn't feel like a Rambo movie to me. It just doesn't.
No.
It feels like a typical revenge movie, which again, it's not horrible. It kept me entertained, but it's definitely the least of the series, in my opinion. So
yep. I will complete the circle because it is my number 5 as well. I actually I reviewed it back in 2019, and I said the same thing. It takes direct inspiration from Home Alone. But I look at my review here that I wrote, and I said that it's teeming with racist stereotypes, moronic dialogue, and a third act that takes direct inspiration from Home Alone. I don't have a problem with brutally violent action movies, but this one is so ham-fisted in its setup and so sloppy in its delivery that I couldn't find many redeeming qualities. And Paz Vega, who's from Sex and Lucia, she's given a completely thankless role as that journalist. She's in it for no real reason other than to give it some international credibility, I think, and that's about it.
Very
I hated
character.
Yeah, I hated that movie. So it's definitely my number 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
As expected, I think.
Yeah, if it was your number 1, I'd be shocked. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, no, it's all right.
Hey,
My
look who's
number.
here.
Hey,
what's
Jeff,
up?
how's it going, buddy?
My number 4 is Rambo 3. I have a hard time getting through that movie. It's okay for what it is, but yeah, I think they kind of gave up. I think they were like Mr. Dan recommended a movie a couple years ago to me. It was like the Annihilators or something like that. I forget what it was. It was a oh, come on, Dan, help me out. It was the guy that was in oh my God, Tarzan the Ape Man.
Oh, Christopher Lambert?
No,
The
kid.
Miles O'Keefe.
Miles O'Keefe.
Yeah.
Miles O'Keefe was in this like really cheesy like D movie kind of thing, Mr. Dan.
Get that out of my ass.
And he recommended it to me, and I basically felt like I was watching Rambo 3 during this. And Rambo and that movie that he was talking about, they had, I think they said about 8 pages of script, and then they kept on repeating over and over again. So it was like, just to get to, I think Dan said it was 82 minutes long, and they just kept on repeating the script over and over again. And at the end, he holds up it was from an Italian filmmaker, and he holds up the gun. It goes off, and Italian music plays.
Nice.
But I remember Dan telling me about that, and I did watch it because it was on Tubi, and I will find out after I pass this right on to Carlos for the next one. But yeah, Rambo 3.
Rambo 3.
I do enjoy this movie, Rambo 3. I did watch this in the cinema. I mean, at the time, it was the most expensive picture made. I love the action scenes in it. It's good to see Richard Crenna fighting with John Rambo. So it's one I do watch often, even though some of the acting in it is a little bit bad with some of the Afghan actor, with the lights. I thought that was a really dumbass scene.
What's this? Blue light.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like,
turns blue.
it just looked like that scene looked like they were like running out of scenes to put in with dialogue. But the action, like I say, it's just a pure action movie. It's fun in that way. It was my third favorite, but like I say, it kind of there's bits in it where you sort of think it's a little bit too dumb. So it had to be in the number 4 spot for me. Jim.
Okay. Oh, let me get that movie is called Phantom Raiders, a 1988 classic, and it's on Tubi.
I like the way Kenny says it's a classic.
It's so bad. You'll notice they keep on. Mr. Dan said they ran out of their script and they kept on repeating the dialogue over and over again. It's funny as hell. But Dan, thank you for that recommendation. I did watch that and I did laugh. I'm sorry, Jim. Go ahead.
Oh, no problem at all. Okay. Out of all the Rambo movies, like I said, I like them all. Yeah, go ahead and show that real quick.
Yeah, there you go.
Phantom Raiders.
Wow,
that looks terrible. I have a widescreen monitor and it's really showing weird. So sorry about that.
Well, the movie's not that good either.
As good as it gets, my friend.
Yeah. But it's Miles O'Keefe holding a rifle. That's it.
That's all you need, man. We got a movie, fellas. We got a movie.
Just so bad.
Nice. All right, Jim, what's your number?
Now, like I said earlier, okay, I like all these movies, okay? But for years, this one was my least favorite. And I was shocked how well these movies all stand up for the most part, except for Rambo 3. Because basically what this is, it's Rambo and the Taliban versus the Russians. I mean,
That's about it.
It is, So, but again, like Carlos said, it's a pure action movie. There's some great action sequences in the movie. There really is. And the scene where he's in the cave and he pushes that piece of shrapnel out of him and then lights it and you got flames shooting out of both sides. I got to admit, man, the first time I saw that, at the cinema, I was like, oh! I mean, I just thought that was like the gnarliest thing I ever saw in my life. So, yeah, I like Rambo 3 a lot, but it's definitely my 4th favorite of the series. There you go. We're keeping the. I have a feeling this is good. Well, no, actually, this is where it's going to start getting spicy. So,
yeah,
and I think the Rocky movies are going to be where we're going to see a lot of difference. So.
Yeah, Rambo 3, I was the last of the Rambo movies I went to see in the theater. I remember watching it, and I just remember this is like, okay, First Blood, he was, a Vietnam vet, down and out, blah, blah, blah. He was like an anti-hero type thing. Then in Rambo, he became a hero. He was powerful. He made people cheer. in Rambo 3 turned into a cartoon, and I couldn't get behind it. I really didn't like the movie at all. But like I said, I liked Rambo Last Blood even less. But because, like you said, it wasn't even really a Rambo movie. But I just thought it was too cartoony, and then I just thought it was funny as time went on that the Taliban became what they were, and now that Stallone and the Taliban working together. Okay.
Yep. Rambo and the Taliban versus the Russians.
Right.
The funny thing is, I have to explain that to my young nephews when they, because that's the next Rambo movie that we're going to be watching, and I'm going to have to explain that to them because it's totally flipped the other way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, at the time, they were freedom fighters. Now they're terrorists. It depends on who's in charge, and it's just the way it is. But it's still a good movie. I still enjoy it.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's the first time that they did turn it into a cartoon, because there's even jokes in that movie. How are you, John? Medium well. I mean, it's just everyone when Rambo starts making jokes, you've got issues. Yeah. You know what I mean? So,
yep.
What you got, Kenny?
What you got, Kenny?
All right, my number 3 is the 2008 Rambo. I thought that was very well done. I thought it brought the everything back together again, the franchise back together for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I enjoyed that one.
Nice.
I have that as well.
Me and Carlos got together.
So far, we're all
simpatico.
I was pleased that it kind of really turned up the notch of violence. Obviously, you don't get Richard Crenna in the movie, but it kind of really, like you said, Rambo 3 was kind of more cartoony. This one, where Stallone is on this mission, it kind of looks like he's really, really against the odds, and he's like there on his own.
Yeah.
But damn, when he does get his own back, some of the scenes in this, wow, it's just like I remember going to see this one at the cinema, and people were absolutely shocked. Yeah, with some of the violence, some of the kills in this one, but it certainly doesn't hold back. I'd probably say this one's probably Rambo or Rambo 4, Part 4, whatever you want to call it. I'd say it's probably the most violent one in the series.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah, absolutely.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, the violence, put it this way, when that movie came out, or before it came out, before it got a distributor, and they were just talking about it, like it had been filmed, I was like, fucking Stallone's too old to be stomping through the jungle, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah,
and then they leaked a Red Band trailer on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
And the last thing in that trailer was him climbing up in the back of that Jeep with that 50 cal and pointing it down and just obliterating those two guys. And when I saw that, I was like, I'm in. I was like, I'm in. And yeah. But here's our first discrepancy of the evening as far as our Rambo picks go, because that would have been my number 3 for a long time. But upon repeated viewings, I'm going with Part 2 next.
Wow.
And I love Part 2. Don't get me wrong. Okay. From this point on, I love all these movies. Okay. And when this movie came out, nobody loved this movie more than me. I saw it opening day. I saw it 3 times opening week on my own dime. Okay. Wow. Before it actually came to my theater and so on. It's one of those perfect 80s action movies. It just is. Okay. And it pays off so well. Okay. At the end, when he finally comes back and the first thing he sees is there's Martin Cove. Glad you made it. Bam! It just lays him out. It just goes, it is just, it's so good. And I know you guys are going to talk about it soon, so I will shut up about it. But yeah, it's just a great movie. It's my number 3.
All right. To get things back on track. My number 3 is Rambo from 2008. And Ray made a comment in the chat. Rambo 4 is excellent because it offered great closure for the franchise. and he has the extended cut Blu-ray. But that's what I thought. I thought it was a great way to end the series. You've got the character, it kind of redeems the cartoon version, brings him all full circle, like Kenny said, and the ultra violence in it, just like you said, it sort of canceled out the fact that, okay, really, come on, Stallone, what are you trying to do? You know, Rambo would be a decrepit senior citizen at this point, but it just wins you over. And if you miss those like ultra violent rated R movies that they used to make, you know, back in the day, bringing that back, it was a great way to bring back the character, and I really enjoyed it. Not enough to make it number 2, but
yeah, I still can't believe that movie got an R rating.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. That movie is over the top bloody, and it's not comedic. You know, you can get away with over the top violence if it's comedic in its own. Okay.
Right.
There ain't nothing comedic about Rambo.
There's no humor whatsoever.
They got people throwing babies in fires and shit in that movie. You know, I mean, I haven't seen that since the Beastmaster, you know, so, you know.
Even that machete scene as well. I mean, even some of the weaponry that he uses as well. It's like, I think if Rambo had been released in the 80s, I'm pretty sure that would have got an R rating for sure. They really just turned up the violence. I mean, I didn't think. I think, like most people, we were all saying, "Oh, he's going back to something that he just can't get back." But damn, I think again at that time, you know, Rocky Balboa and Rambo, it was just working. That Stallone was bringing these iconic characters back, and we were just. I think we all kind of rolled our eyes at first when they announced it, but you know, we went into cinema to watch these movies because that's you know we just love the characters that Stallone made, and you know they are the 2 most iconic characters that he's done. So,
absolutely.
Yeah. All right, Kenny.
All right.
Number 2.
My number 2 is Rambo 2. I'd seen that in the theater the opening day, and I was right behind a bunch of Vietnam veterans. I remember I was 14 when I seen it, and those guys were kill them, especially like when they got the MIAs out of there and stuff like that. And it was just like there was not like a dry eye at the end of it, and they were like really into the movie. So that I think the experience of seeing that pushed that to number 2 for me, because I do like the violence in the 2000 Rambo 4. I did like the violence in that, because when you watch an action movie, you want to see like a lot of good violence, and that had it, or as carnage, So, but. Yeah, First Blood. That's my number 2. I mean,
Rambo 2. Yeah,
Rambo 2 for me. I will always say Rambo 2 has got my favorite action scenes with the helicopter. Yeah. Even Steven Berkoff as one of the Russian villains. Yeah, I think he makes a great villain. Even though he's got his English accent, it's hard to kind of eliminate. I had the pleasure of watching this as a pirate videotape. There was a guy in my neighborhood. He was a Pakistani, and he came from Pakistan, and he had the tape of Rambo 2. It had not been released in the UK for another 3 weeks, and I was like, "Oh, so you got Rambo First Blood 2? I think I'll have to borrow that tape." I'll get that tape back for a month. And yeah, I mean, for me, Rambo 2, it's the movie that kind of really put the action genre. And then obviously we had Commando, and the rest is history, and all the other action movies kind of followed. Yeah, it's a great one for me. My second favorite in the series.
Yeah, no, it's a great movie. And that moment with the explosive arrow, where that asshole shooting, then he runs a little more and shoots some more, and then he runs a little more, and he's just la 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 la. When you see that meat fly, it's just so good. I mean, yeah, it's great.
I mean, it's a little bit slow at the start, but then obviously when you know it does happen, obviously he gets that rocket launcher, and those kind of those pirates, they kind of sell him out and stuff, and the girl gets killed off. That's when Rambo really goes into Rambo mode, and he doesn't. When he's in that helicopter and he's like just bombing those Vietnamese, it's like I could imagine that the Americans, you guys would have been in the cinema absolutely cheering.
Oh yeah,
especially with the POWs as well, because that was a big story at the time. Yeah, and obviously, the scene at the end with Charles Napier when he actually blows up all the computers, I just get a real kick out of that because, and obviously hit with Rambo with the microphone, Murdoch, I'm coming to get you. I just love that scene.
I'm coming for you.
You can see the sweat pouring off Charles Napier with fear.
You know where they are. Find them, or I'll find you. It's so good.
Ken says my rankings would be Rambo 3, number 5, number 4, Rambo 2, First Blood, Rambo Last Blood is number 3. Okay. Rambo 2008 would be number 2, and First Blood would be number 1. I just never could get into parts 2 and 3. Not a popular opinion with my classmates.
Hey,
classmates.
Yeah, it's all fair.
As Jeff says, we all have different tastes.
Yep.
Yeah, wait until we get to the Rocky movies. People are going to be going, what? But process of elimination, my number 2, I kind of already said it. It's part 4, Rambo. Mainly because of the sheer brutality of this movie. And again, it was just such a, I won't say pleasant surprise, because again, this ain't a pleasant movie to watch. Okay, you're seeing people getting brutally. Just it's a rough movie to watch. Okay, especially certain scenes with children and this and that and the other. But again, it's one of those movies that pays off brilliantly. And unlike all of the other movies, it's the only movie that he's got a support team. It's not just lone wolf McQuaid out there taking care of business. If it wasn't for the sniper guy, he would have gotten killed a couple of times in this movie.
Yeah.
In none of the other movies has that ever happened, except for once in Rambo 3 when Richard Crenna saves him when the guy's about ready to kill him. So that, to me, showed that he's not just a superhero anymore, a cartoon character. He's an actual vulnerable human being.
Yeah.
Right? And again, they could have ended it, should have ended the series right then and there.
Yep.
But as it is, that's my second favorite.
Got some others here. Jeff says I go First Blood, Rambo 2, Rambo Last Blood, and Rambo 3. And Chester, First Blood, Rambo First Blood Part 2, Rambo 3, Rambo Last Blood for me. First Blood is my best because I love the movie, and Last Blood is my worst because I didn't like it that much.
Self-explanatory. Yeah, you're going to be seeing that as a theme.
Yeah. Yeah, my number 2 is Rambo 2. It, like Carlos said, I think it became like the prototype for the 1980s action movie in a lot of ways. You could take these guys and make them almost superheroes, but not quite. And they got a little more ludicrous as time went on. But, we hadn't seen this from the Rambo character yet. We hadn't seen Rambo 3 where it went completely sideways for me. But it's at number 2, but only because it sort of set the stage for the other movies. I don't like it anywhere near as much as I like the number 1 movie. Which one?
Obviously,
which one's
we
left?
all picked as number 1.
Right. So there's a big gap between 1 and 2, but I would say Rambo 2 is number 2. All right. Should we all say number 1 together?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Follow that bird.
Yes.
No, of course it's First Blood.
Of course it's First Blood.
That's me.
First Blood is a drama with some action in it.
Right.
The other movies are action movies with occasional drama.
Yep.
That's the main difference between them.
Yeah. And it was kind of, at the time, I think it kind of got into the zeitgeist of the country back then, because the Vietnam vets had gotten a raw deal when they came back, and this sort of,
Started it.
Well, it gave some redemption and allowed a Vietnam vet to sort of fight back, not to the extent of Rambo 2.
Right.
A little more believable, but I went to see that with my stepfather, who was a Vietnam vet, and he loved it. Thought it was great, but it was very much a darker representation, and it wasn't quite heroic, but it was a little bit of redemption. But it's just a pretty great movie all along.
Oh yeah, it's classic.
Yep.
And again, as much as I love the sequels in the series, it's a standalone movie. They could have ended it right then and there, and it'd still be considered a classic film. It's a great film.
I don't say there's a lot of drama in the Rambo movies, or even acting, but that last scene in the cop shop where Rambo breaks down, I think is one of Stallone's best acting scenes from his career.
I think it is his best acting scene.
Yeah.
It's believable. And I always imagine that a lot of the American Vietnam vets would have that scene would have hit hard, as the forgotten sort of soldiers and stuff. It was a great scene. I think Richard Crenna. I know Kirk Douglas was going to be Colonel Troutman. I think Richard Crenna. Obviously, Kirk Douglas is the name, but I think Richard Crenna was outstanding.
Yeah.
You mentioned anytime Richard Crenna in the movies or TV, you're always going to come up with Colonel Troutman.
And Brian Dennehy, you gotta give Dennehy
some
love. I mean, the movie doesn't work unless you truly hate that fucking sheriff. And Dennehy pulls it off. There's moments in the movie where you're like kind of on his side, where you're like, okay, I can kind of see where this guy's point is. He's not your typical mustache twirling villain. Okay.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you're still like, you know what? This guy's a fucking asshole. So yeah, it's a great movie.
Like Rambo says, there wouldn't be any trouble for that if it wasn't for that king shit cut.
Yep.
Yeah, Ray says First Blood has far more depth and pathos than it was given credit for decades. If you don't cry when Rambo screams nothing is over, then you're not human.
Yeah, that whole speech is it's gold. It's so good.
Yep. All righty. Well, we agree on that one. Now let's see how we come together on the Rocky series.
Yeah, this one's going to be interesting. Kenny's going to come through this screen and choke me pretty soon.
Listen, being from Philadelphia,
I know.
If you guys fuck around with this, I'm telling you.
No, I know this is a personal one for Kenny.
This is very personal.
Oh, I know.
think, and Mr. Dan will tell you, I think when you're born, you get slapped on the ass and you get a copy of Rocky to watch when you're born.
I get it.
So this is very. But I'll just go because I know we're running out of time. Rocky 5, piece of shit. Absolute Tommy Gunn. Absolutely, that's, as the kids say, it's bollocks.
Not the dog's bollocks.
Kenny goes
bollocks.
Kenny goes British.
I
go British. So that movie, everybody hated that movie. I remember coming out of the theater watching it, and everybody goes, "What kind of piece of garbage was that?" And they were using more colorful language, but I'll clean it up for the kids. But that movie was just awful. Tommy Morrison was just absolutely dreadful. Oh God, I don't even want to talk about that anymore.
I didn't mind Tommy Morrison, but
are you kidding me?
It was the ending for me. The ending, it was kind of like, it's like going to the cinema or watching a WWE pay-per-view and they're cutting the lights out.
Yes.
It's just like you're going to watch a Rocky movie and you're not going to see a major fight. And that street brawl scene, it just made it look like something out of a Tom and Jerry cartoon.
It
just went on and on and on and on, and it just got
I was trying to find who the black guy was that was trying to be like Don King in that.
Oh, the Don King character.
Oh my God. How obnoxious was that guy?
Yeah. I can't remember his name now, but like
Richard Gant, George
Yeah.
W. Duke.
he was in some other movies. Yeah, I mean, it's like, yeah, trying to duplicate life and Don. Yeah, everyone knew it was Don King, and it just didn't.
So that's obviously your least favorite as well. Then,
Yeah, Carlos
right?
is. We're agreeing on that.
Yeah, well, I'll say Rocky 5 is my least favorite too. It's shit. Move on.
Yeah. Yep. Same here. I picked it as one of my worst sequels of all time a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I hate that movie.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, I tried to watch it. I mean, I don't mind the bit where he's in debt and he sells his house.
Yeah.
I don't mind that. And I kind of get it that he's got brain, injuries, to the brain and all that. But I don't know. I know he had his son in it.
I was just going to say that, Carlos. His son couldn't act or shit.
Yeah. That was tough for me to really kind of sell. As much as I try to enjoy it, I mean, I'll watch it, but it's just not like there's a big step between Rocky 5 and all the other Rocky and Creed movies.
Yeah, I agree.
All right.
Kenny.
All right.
That's number 6. Number
5.
five.
I will go with number 4 as mine.
Rocky 4?
Rocky 4 with Drago.
For number 5?
The whole speech with the we guys. It was good, Rocky trying to put the world together during, the Cold War, So
I could change, you could change, we could change.
And then you see the guy Gorbachev go.
Yeah, that was a bit of a joke.
Yeah. So I didn't like that. I liked it. I like 1 through 4 is great. 5 we just disown that here. So it's like 1 through 4 I must break you. How many times did people go around saying that summer?
Yeah.
So that's my number 4.
Wow.
I have actually got the
5.
Creed movies in here because obviously Stallone's in them. So I'll quickly just say Creed 2 because it is kind of a continuation of Rocky 4. Okay. So that would be my 6th favorite. And with that, I would say Rocky 4. And unpopular opinion, I actually prefer the newer version because it's more of a serious movie. Obviously, you've got
need to see that.
Yeah,
you've got the scenes with Apollo, and they take into account his death, which for me should have added at least 20 minutes to the movie because they kind of just pushed that to the side in his training.
Yeah.
It kind of on both versions, but in the newer version, you've got more of him in Deep 4, and you get more of the funeral scene. But yeah, I mean, Jim would say this. It's a montage movie, really. Yeah. There's not.
You gotta have a montage.
There's not a lot of depth in it. I mean, the fight scene. It's a movie that's just built up to just the fight scene and a couple of music montages and some great training scenes. It's got the best soundtrack to the Rocky movie, to the Rocky movies for sure.
Yeah. Before we go any further, okay. Well, number 1, I'm kind of shocked because I thought that movie would be higher up on both of your guys' lists because it's the next one on my list too. Okay, believe it or not, I agree with you, Rocky 4. But I do want to state this. I loved every Rocky movie with the exception of Rocky 5, the first dozen times I saw them. And I saw Rocky 3 and Rocky 4 especially dozens of times theatrically and on cable, okay? Rocky 4 just didn't age well. It is in, like, I make jokes about it all the time. I call it montage the movie because it is. It's nothing but fucking montages left and right. And I know if Pete's watching this on replay, he's going to kill me in the comments, but I hate that fucking robot at the beginning.
Just about to say.
Hello, Polly. Hello, Polly. I mean, it's like, I'm glad
as
the years have gone by. I like that movie a hell of a lot less.
Do you know what, Jim? In the newer version, I'm glad they took that fucking robot out of the movie.
I'm going to track down
cool.
the new version just because I probably will enjoy it more because I don't like the fourth one anymore. I did at the time. I don't anymore. So
No robot with the DC either. Yep. I actually did not pick Rocky 4 as my number 5. Rocky 3 is my number 5. But I'll say again, these are my favorites. And that's the one I've seen the least, other than Rocky 5, which I only saw once and refused to watch again. But Rocky 3, I haven't seen it as often, and I just don't remember that much about it. But I remember Clubber Lang being a great adversary, and he was very vicious, and the way he went after Adrian and he went after Rocky's manhood and all that other stuff. I thought that was great, but I just haven't seen it enough. So it's not that it's a bad movie; it's just I haven't seen it enough.
Well, I'm going to go with Rocky 3 as my third best movie. I loved it.
Fourth best movie.
Fourth, there's 6 Rocky movies.
I thought we weren't including the.
We're
I'm
not.
not including the Creed movies.
You already mentioned 5 and 4.
Yeah, but I'll just
Okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. It's just
No.
Yeah, I didn't include Rocky Balboa because I don't really include that.
Oh, okay, that's why.
Okay.
Go ahead, Carlos.
No, fair enough.
No, go ahead, Kenny.
No, you're up, Carlos. Go ahead.
Okay, so what are we on now? I'll show me 5th. Rocky Balboa, great comeback movie to the franchise. I like the idea behind it with the computer sort of against a great fight against the present champion. The training's good in this. You get the old faces back, apart from Talia Shire, which he is missing in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the worst thing in it is Antonio Tarver, who plays Mason Dixon. They could have had a better sort of fighter for him to go up against. But the fight scenes filmed in Las Vegas, I enjoyed. It looked real to see Rocky on center stage in the Las Vegas setting. That was really cool. Obviously, seeing Mike Tyson in the audience was a lot of fun. So yeah, that's my 5th one. Do I say my 4th favorite as well?
I didn't catch it, but that's okay.
Because that was my 5th.
Yeah.
What's the next one we're doing, Jim?
We are on number 4.
Okay, number 4, Rocky 2, which you can more or less watch that movie straight after the first movie. It's a great continuation. I'm glad that you see more Carl Weathers. His character comes into play a lot more. I think it's a very underrated one, Rocky 2. So that's my 4th favorite.
Alrighty. My 4th favorite is Rocky 3. Again, I saw it numerous times when I was a kid, obsessed with the Eye of the Tiger song. It was everywhere that summer. That was the summer of '82. That was a good year for Stallone because it's the same year as First Blood.
Mm-hmm.
So he was on top of the world that year. Okay.
Yeah.
But like Rocky 4, it hasn't aged as well as some of the other movies.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it's where it's at. But I still like it. I just, I don't love it like I used to.
And props to Hulk Hogan.
Thunder Lips.
Thunder
Best performance he ever gave.
Yep.
Seriously.
Over Suburban Commando? The nanny?
Suburban Commando, yeah.
Wasn't he in Three Ninjas Kick Back too? I don't know. He wore which was the one he wore the really bad toupee in?
Again,
I think in most of his movies.
Thunder in Paradise.
Yeah, the TV series.
The TV
series. Yeah.
I braided my wig for my ass here, brother.
That's his quote, brother.
Brother.
All All right, my number 4 is Rocky 4. Like Jim said, it hasn't aged as well. I've seen it a lot more times than I have Rocky 3, which is only the real reason it's higher than Rocky 3. But I went to see it in the theater. I've seen them all in the theater. As a matter of fact, I think I've seen every single one in the theater, which says a lot. I love the series as a whole. But Rocky 4, like you said, it's a montage movie. There's not a lot to it. There's no meat to it. It's a music video because it was right at the height of MTV too. So I think that's where a lot of that came from. So yeah, number 4, Rocky 4.
I do love the way that movie ends.
Yes.
Where the two of them climb back in, and he's like, "Do you want to ring the bell? Ding, ding," and then it just freezes where the two of them are.
Yeah,
it's just it is. It's a great way to end the movie.
Yep. All right, Kenny. This is everybody else's number 3. This is your number 2. I guess.
Yeah, my number 2 is Rocky 2 because I like how they actually put the ending of Rocky in the beginning, so you're caught up with the characters. I don't think a lot of movies have done that before, and I just I just like how like the characters are just like so involved with each other in that, like especially like when they're fighting in the wheelchairs, going in there, I just think that is so great. And then just like when it's just a really well done movie, and it keeps the tone. It doesn't get glossy like the others did, like 3 and 4. Yeah. It keeps that like really gritty, Philly like tone, like with Rocky, and it's just really well shot. And like you said, Weathers gets more to do in this. Yeah. So just I like it a lot.
Very good. Very good.
My number 3, it's got to be Creed. I think Stallone coming back in this role as a trainer, so he's more or less playing the Mickey role. Robbed of the Academy
Oscar. Yep.
For the Oscar. Should have got it, really. Again, I think most people would agree when it got announced, why is he continuing with this sort of Rocky Balboa character? It should be done and dusted after Rocky Balboa. But it actually does work. I think Michael B. Jordan is really, really good in it. And I think what works well, it's a little bit underrated, is Stallone. He's aging. The Rocky Balboa character is aging. Obviously, he's got he's got cancer, and that you really feel for the character. So that kind of, it was more acting. It was more of a drama movie rather than the previous movies were just action, sort of training montages and just the fights in general. But this one, there's a lot of thought into this. And he actually Rocky Balboa he's now thinking where his life's going, because like obviously Adrian's passed away, and obviously Paulie as well. And it's a really underrated movie. It is actually better than my second rated movie, but the movie that I have as my second one, it's just kind of more of a personal choice. But Creed is definitely it's the second best movie in the Rocky and Creed franchise for me.
I like how in that movie he keeps the thing from Rocky where he writes everything down.
Yeah,
and I thought that was such a nice touch that they put that in that movie. You know what I mean? And when he's working and he's like restocking the beer and stuff at the bar and stuff, man, it's just like that eats Philly. Just like when they're getting the delivery and you have to take it down the cellar and stuff like that. I just van. And I like how he even like looks around kind of sheepingly and puts on his cheaters.
Yeah.
To look, that's a great choice. That's a great movie.
Even the hospital scenes, I was actually really really sad to see, because going into that movie, I was thinking, damn, is Rocky going to pass away in this movie? Because
Yeah.
I was really, I'm glad he didn't go down that route.
Yeah, he just sort of disappeared from the series.
I still haven't seen any of the Creed movies, to be honest. So I've heard the first two are really good.
Yeah. The third one you don't need to watch.
Yeah, like I said, I eventually will watch them, but that leads into my number 3, which is Rocky Balboa. Up until this week, I hadn't seen that one either.
Oh wow!
Because Rocky 5 left such a bad taste in my mouth. I was like, you know what? I'm kind of done with Rocky.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that we did this episode, because chances are, if we wouldn't have, I wouldn't have watched it. And I'm glad I did. Is it a great movie? No, I don't think so. But I think it's a great way for the character to go out.
Yeah.
Okay. And again, I haven't seen the Creed movie. So to me, it's the end of that character as of right now. And it's great. I like the way that it ended.
Yep.
I, like you, I didn't really care for the other fighter all that much, but like Rambo 4, when I heard that they were making another Rocky movie, I had the same opinion. Jesus Christ, how fucking old is he when he's going to be slomping around? Granted, George Foreman was 40 when he did it, but Stallone was pushing 60 at the time. And it's like, you know what? Come on,
Right.
But like I said, I got to admit, I was won over by it. So I did enjoy it. And that's number 3.
All right. My number 3 is Rocky 2. It's a great continuation of the original. I really liked it, and like Kenny brought up, the way that it just goes right from the other one to the second one, and you see the character sort of flopping around. He doesn't really know what to do. Doing those endorsement commercials. I think those are hilarious. But then he gets the offer he can't refuse, and they could. To be honest, they should have ended the series after the second one. To be fair,
perfect ending.
Would have been, self-contained, whatever. But life is what it is. But I was surprised by my number 2 eked it out, and we'll get to that. You probably guess what it is.
Well, flip a coin. We can figure it out.
Yeah. Oops. Sorry, I clicked on the wrong thing. Tom said Carl Weathers is an underrated actor, and I would agree on that.
You son of a bitch. I don't have to biceps.
You're close. You're close.
Get those twigs out of here.
All right, Kenny.
Well, my number 1 is probably no stranger to anybody. It's Rocky. Man, I had the 45 when I was a kid. That was ultimate workout. When I was playing football, worked out to that. And around here, they have murals of Rocky around here, and it's crazy. It's such a great movie, and I like how he was like writing everything, like when he was going to the guy who collects the money and stuff like that, and he kept on like, look at me, and he's grabbing him, and that was like the same thing that Mickey was telling him in the ring. That's why he didn't work with him in the beginning. And it's just so, and that's basically what the city looked like. This is what our city looked like in the 70s.
Yeah.
So and it just had it was just pitch perfect. I love Talia Shire in that movie. She is so good. The transformation of her character in that, from when she starts dating Rocky, and then when she goes and at Christmas time and they're like hugging on the sofa together, and then Paul, Jim's favorite character, Paulie, comes in.
Sweaty bird young.
I love that bit when he chops out the turkey. You want the bird?
Yeah.
I love that scene.
Yeah. But it's just so good. And I like the fact that he loses. He loses at the end, because nowadays there would be, he would win the fight and they would win $100 million and all that stuff. But I just love the fact that he lost the fight, because he never gave up. And that's Philadelphia. You never give up. You might be down, but you get back up. off your ass, and you just, I mean, it's just a great movie. Great movie. I can't say any more about it than we have a fucking statue at the art museum,
Yeah.
and people come from all over the country, all over the world, just to run up the steps and just take pictures with Rocky. It's just amazing. I've done it, and it's just so much fun. It's so much fun. So
Dude,
Where is
Jeff-
that statue now? Is it at the top, or did they move it off to the side?
no, it's at the top of the art museum,
moved it
right
back
in there.
up
Yeah,
Okay.
they moved it right up there. They
When-
move it when they have like the Thanksgiving Day parade and stuff like that,
Okay.
because they need it for like the marching bands to do their little silly stuff up there. But yeah, it's right at the base of the steps where you're looking down and you can see all of Center City.
That's cool.
When Jeff was on my show way back when, he's over in the Netherlands, and he was like, dude, I want to come to America. And I'm like, oh yeah, we got so many great things. And he's like, no, I want to go to Philadelphia to see the Rocky statue. It's like, fuck Vegas, fuck the Grand Canyon, fuck Hawaii. He wants to see the Rocky statue.
One of my closest buddies, Jim. He's actually done the Rocky Philadelphia trip twice.
Mhm.
I don't know, I can't remember the guy's name, but there's a guy who kind of dresses and looks a little bit like Stallone. He does these tours, and I'm tempted to go to Philadelphia. So if there's a chance, Kenny, we could sort of meet up.
I'm here.
Kenny,
Yeah.
hook you up.
We'll do the steps together, brother.
Not at this
He'll show
point.
you what a hoagie is.
Yeah, I'll get you a hoagie and a cheesesteak, and we'll go to Reading Terminal Market and eat ourselves silly.
In fact, my buddy, he actually done he had it filmed. He actually done the run straight through the market as well.
Oh yeah.
He actually done that scene. He was going to do it, and all the people in that market, because I've heard it's a real market, and they were saying, yeah, get up and do it. And some guy videoed him actually doing the run. He was all dressed up in the grey tracksuit top and hoodie. And he done it. I was like, and he showed me all the footage. I was like, wow. And all these guys in the market, they were like clapping and cheering. It's like, shit.
Yeah,
awesome.
the things that aren't there anymore is the pet place. That's now a Starbucks.
Yeah.
Okay. But Rocky and Adrian's house is still there, and people live in there. So that's still a neighborhood, and yeah, it's amazing. People just come to the city for that. It's really huge.
My number 2, I'm going to say Rocky 3, even though it's not better than Creed. I have this as my number 2 because I just love the characters in Rocky 3. I mean, Clubber Lang, Mr. T, Hulk Hogan, they add a lot to this movie. The best bit about this movie that I like is that Rocky actually loses the title. He takes things for granted a little bit.
Yep.
The only disappointment in the movie is Mickey's death, Burgess Meredith. I mean, he's such an important character. I think that should have had 20 minutes where Stallone could have been in deep thought with the loss, because they kind of, again, like they did with Apollo Creed, they kind of rushed his death.
Yeah.
And he just went straight into fighting. And I'm pretty sure for anybody who would have suffered a loss like that, you just wouldn't have just gone into the gym and started training for a fight. So I think they could have made it sort of like half sort of action, sort of montage, and then maybe that 20-30 minutes more dramatic with Mickey's death. But overall, it's probably the most watchable Rocky movie for me, because it's barely 90 minutes. But even the fight scenes are very short and brief and action packed. I mean, some of them punches with Clubber Lang, they were like, they were just like bombs going off. But I mean, Mr. T, I mean, I mean, you could kind of imagine some of those, like, he more or less portrayed a boxer, where it's my gripes with Mason Dixon. You know, even I mean, he's a real fighter, Antonio Tarver. He was a former like heavyweight champion of the world, and he didn't sort of like give any sort of emotions as a bad guy or anything.
Yeah.
But Mr. T.S. Clubber Lang was fantastic. You know, with the mohawk and Biggie brought a lot to the table with that. So yeah, Rocky III is my second favorite in the franchise.
Okay, here comes some controversy. My second favorite is the original Rocky. Now, if we were going with best, if we were going with best,
that's a body blow to Kenny. That is.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said. Kenny's going to climb through the screen and throttle me. But like I said, let me finish. I think it's the best Rocky movie. Rocky 1, okay? Without a doubt, it's the best. Rocky 2, to me, is the completion of that movie. It's not even a sequel, okay? It's like Kill Bill 1 and 2. I don't watch Kill Bill 1 and walk away.
Right.
I watch Kill Bill 2 immediately to finish it, okay?
Yeah.
And to me, the second part of that story is better than the first part. And it's not because he wins. It's because of Adrian getting pregnant, almost losing the baby, and then going into the coma. That whole subplot, which I would normally be like, oh, fuck this melodramatic bullshit, okay? To me, maybe it was the age that I was when I saw it. It's the most effective thing in it. And when she comes out of that coma and says, do me a favor, what? Win. Well, what are we waiting for? I mean, it is. It's such a great moment.
Yep.
And for that reason, Rocky 2's got to be my favorite. So Rocky 1 is my second favorite.
All right. I respect that.
Fair enough. You're wrong.
Don't kill me, Kenny. Don't kill me.
What'd you say? It's all right.
I said he's wrong. He's wrong.
I heard you.
Fair enough.
I heard you. I respect your opinion, even though you're fucking wrong.
That's funny. My number 2 is Rocky Balboa.
Wow.
Yep.
I heard that.
I went to the theater and like we've said about the return of these characters. Oh my God, he's going to be 90 years old. How are they going to redeem this character? Blah, blah, blah. And I thought he did a great job and made it believable. You know, it was more about the character, more about the redemption of the character, and much more less about the action, even though the fight at the end is really good. I don't know. I just thought it just got back to the roots of the character.
Yeah.
And I like that about it. And of course, his speech to his son about, like you just said, Kenny, about Philadelphia, it's not about, life is about getting back up, trying your best and not never giving up. That's not what he says in the movie, but that's basically
the gist of it.
The gist of what he says to his son. All right.
Carlos?
Kenny, since you already gave your number 1, it's Carlos's turn.
Okay, my number 1, obviously, it had to be Rocky. And I've got to say, even though people class this as a boxing movie, it's more of a love story.
Oh, yeah.
That's the main focal point of the movie. Obviously, we do get the fight at the end. I mean, it's the classic story of an underdog. This is why we love this movie, and it's a favorite to millions and millions of people worldwide. Any time anybody who feels like an underdog, this is also like a good feel movie as well. And even though what Kenny says, he doesn't win the title, but he wins in life as a person, and that hits a lot of hearts for everybody. I do like all the sort of like nods to Philadelphia. I love the scene with Joe Frazier. Obviously, there's a lot of Joe Frazier and Muhammad Ali in this movie. Obviously, Apollo Creed is a Muhammad Ali character, really. And obviously, Rocky Marciano as well. You could say that is kind of like Rocky Balboa, but the nice touches to the Philadelphia. Kind of Philadelphia's favorite son, really Rocky Balboa, isn't it? Really, I mean, it's the sleeper hit of the year in '76, and the sad thing about it, I think Stallone could have got an Academy Award for the best original screenplay or even best actor for this movie. But obviously, you know, we mentioned Peter Finch and Network. But if Stallone didn't win it in Rocky, he should have won it in Creed.
Yeah.
But this is definitely my favorite Rocky movie in the series.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah.
And I've already said what mine is. I mean, Rocky
Yeah.
2, obviously. But again, you can't go wrong with either one, in my opinion. You just can't.
I did not see that one coming, Jim.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I feel like a Kentucky Fried Idiot now.
I was waiting for that line. you're gonna piss lightning and clap thunder.
When he's run off of that chicken.
Or eat lightning and crap thunder.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, my number one is Rocky, without a doubt. It's an American classic. You can't really say too much more about it. Jeff said in the comments, he says, I'm with Carlos. I never classified Rocky as a boxing or sports movie. I mean, it's a 2-hour film and
Jeff,
only about 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, said Jeff's here.
Oh, sorry. Hi, Jeff.
Only 10 minutes is actually fighting. Yeah. And it captured my imagination when I was a kid. When that movie came out, I was only 8 years old.
Mhm.
And I loved it. I immediately fell in love with it. I went through this phase where I hated my name because everybody mispronounced my name. Everybody called me Steen in school, and I
Mhm.
hated it. So I wanted to change my name to Rocky when I was 8 years old. But
Hey, you're Rocky.
yeah, exactly. But he was like my hero, you know.
Yeah.
He set out to do something, and he went for it, and he didn't quite make it, but he still was proud of the effort that he put forth. So, yeah, it's just an American classic. Like I said, Rocky 2 should have been the end of it, but I would have been fine if they never made a Rocky 2.
Yeah, it's a self-contained story.
Yeah, absolutely. All righty. I guess we don't have any honorable mentions in this, except maybe the Creed movies for Kenny. Did you have the Creed movies at all?
I haven't seen them.
Okay, I know you haven't. I have, and Carlos has, but we didn't include them on purpose. No? Okay.
I mean, Creed 3, I mean, obviously Stallone's not in it. I mean,
Yeah.
it kind of it loses its heart and soul in the movie, in the series for me.
Too much of the girlfriend.
But
Those
Creed,
fantasy sequences are a little bizarre, too.
yeah, I didn't. That didn't work for me. I mean, Jonathan Majors is actually good as the villain. He's the best thing in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But Creed and Creed 2 is definitely worth watching. It's just, you know, Stallone is a major part of the movie. I mean, he's like the second main lead.
Yeah.
And that's a lot to it. I think Creed 2, I've done a revisit of that. It's actually grown on me even more so because you could watch Rocky 4 and Creed 2. Obviously, it's a movie, you know, some years later.
Right.
But you understand the Ivan Drago character a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
And Creed, obviously, you know, Apollo Creed's son.
Yeah.
I think that it's. I think if anyone watches Creed, I think Jim, you'll probably say it's going to be one of the better ones if you rank it with the Rocky and Creed movies.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, eventually I'm going to check them out.
Yeah, I think you'd like them. At least the first two. I went to the theater because I came late to the series, and I saw the first two at home, and then right before the third one came out, and then I went to the theater to see the third one.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
Yeah, like I said, I've heard nothing but good things about the first two.
yeah, the first two are great.
I'll be honest, if there's another Creed movie, if Stallone is not in it, I won't bother.
Yeah, I'm with you because he was missed a lot in the third one, and Michael B. Jordan directed the third one, I believe.
Yeah.
And he sort of got the character. I don't know, like I said, those fantasy sequences and those weird things that were happening during the fights just kind of took me out of it. It deviated from the formula too much, and which is sad to say because that means that, you know, the other two are formulaic, but that's what you want, you know.
Formula works. Why change it?
I mean, I can understand him trying something different, but the bit that got me is obviously Apollo Creed's wife, she dies.
Yeah.
That was a scene that the Rocky Balboa character should have even been in.
Mhm.
Whether it's like 10, 15, a 10-minute or a couple of scenes, that was a moment he should have been in that movie.
Mhm.
Because that's a part where you think would be an important bit that young Adonis would want Rocky Balboa there.
Mhm.
But obviously, he kind of wrote him out. Obviously, him selling the rights and everything, and having,
Yeah. All right. Oh, Jeff said, I completely relate, Sean. That's why I love Rocky so much. It really helped me through some rough times growing up as well. Yeah, I think it's a great movie it's not a kid's movie, but it's a great movie for kids to see. At least it was in the 70s. I don't know if the helicopter parents would agree these days, but what do I know? I don't have kids.
I'll
All
tell you
right.
what, that Rocky 3, Eye of the Tiger, and the Rocky 4 soundtrack, my buddy used to have an independent gym, and that soundtrack was always playing in our gym. Every Friday, it would be routine that the Rocky 4 soundtrack would be going off.
Yeah.
You would have the guy who owned the gym, he'd be playing maybe local radio station, and people would tell him to shut that shit off and put something on. The Rocky 4 soundtrack, that was it. The guys were just going off, in full training mode. It's just one of them themes that, anybody just going in the gym would have that in the playlist. It's just it just gets you really motivated in life in general.
Yep.
Yeah.
Living in America. I love that song, that James Brown song. That's fantastic. I love that. It's cheesy as hell, but I love it.
Well, he's dancing around.
Yeah. I love that song. Oh, Ked says that not only are all 6 Rocky movies on Netflix, so are the Creed movies. So that's cool.
Yeah.
There you go, Jim.
That's where I saw Rocky Balboa, because Kenny told me that they were streaming there. So
okay.
Thank you.
All right. Yep. All right. It is movie recommendation time. Carlos, did you bring a movie to recommend?
Yeah, I forgot to tell you that. I'm sorry.
What, a Stallone movie or
anything you want?
Anything you want.
I'm going to recommend The Odyssey because I did watch that at the weekend, and wow, what a movie!
I agree.
Probably Matt Damon's one of his best roles. I'd never seen him like that in the movie. Matt Damon was jacked in the movie. I was really surprised. He put the work in. I think I've heard people say that the first half of the movie's a little bit on the slow side, but damn, the last half of the movie, it's near 3 hours, is really epic.
Awesome.
Definitely a movie to watch on the big screen, The Odyssey.
Yeah, it's great.
I've heard the IMAX showings are like sold out for weeks here in the States. So I'm just going to try and go see it in the theater. I tried to watch the version
Site that shall not be named.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. The audio is awful.
I had it cranked up so.
Do you know what? The thing about it, I will say, it's good to watch a kind of big blockbuster, epic sort of movie because everything about the movie just seemed big and grand.
Yeah, that's what I was telling these guys on Instagram. I was like, it's whether you like it or not, I appreciate just how big it is, and it's an epic in the truest sense. It really is. Great.
I mean, it's not as good as Gladiator, but it really does put in the work, and it's a damn great effort. And if they're going to bring back some of these movies, similar note, this is definitely a movie to watch. It's definitely a movie to watch on the big screen, no matter how good a system you've got.
Yeah,
in your home cinema, it deserves to be watched on the big screen for me.
Yeah, I agree. All right, Kenny, what do you got recommendation-wise? Your to-be movie of the week.
All right, my to-be movie of the week is a 1986 film, and we spoke about this man earlier, and this was a big rental favorite for me, and I've seen it countless times on cable. Wanted Dead or Alive with Rutger Hauer.
Oh, good movie.
And Gene Simmons.
Terrific movie.
Yeah,
that's a great one. I did see that in the theater, to be honest. I did. I went to the
I
theater.
did.
Yeah, because of Gene Simmons, of course, but
Yep.
but I liked it anyway. And it's supposedly a continuation of the Steve McQueen uh,
Yeah,
series, the old Wanted Dead or Alive series. What is it? Was he his grandfather?
His grandson or something like
Yeah,
that.
the Steve McQueen
Yeah.
character was his
Yeah.
grandfather. Yeah, yeah, great pick, Kenny. It's a great
Thanks.
movie.
I picked it up on the last Kino sale, not the like 2 Kino sales a while ago.
Yeah, that's good that it's on Tubi. It definitely needs to be seen there.
Yeah, it's very underrated, but man, that was a big rental favorite, man. That
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I got that Kino Blu-ray too. I love that movie.
well,
All right, Jim, what you got?
Well, I was going to mention the Odyssey, but somebody else did. Just kidding. Staying on topic, got to go with the best and my favorite, as far as I'm concerned, Stallone movie, and it's First Blood. You just can't go wrong with it. And of all the things that we mentioned about it, which definitely ring true, the one thing that I forgot to mention, David Caruso's got a small part in that. Is one of the cops.
Yep.
But more importantly, the asshole sheriff, or deputy rather,
yeah, I
who
liked it.
falls out of the helicopter and dies. The only guy who dies, okay, that you could say Rambo kills, even though it's not on purpose, okay, is a guy by the name of Jack Starrett, who directed Race with the Devil,
Oh yeah.
but more importantly, played Gabby Johnson in Blazing Saddles. The drunk who is all same guy.
That's
So
funny.
yeah, my pick this week, First Blood.
Nice. My pick this week is it's less about the movie and more about the performance. Keeping with Copland, which was a okay movie, great performance. It's Last Movie Star with Burt Reynolds. I've mentioned this movie before, I think, but if as a tribute to Burt Reynolds, if you're into Burt Reynolds, this is an interesting movie to watch because it includes footage of the real Burt Reynolds referring to the character that Burt Reynolds is playing in this movie. He's supposed to get an award from this film group or whatever, and he goes to accept it. He doesn't realize it's just a bunch of guys in a bar sitting there, basically like it's like if we gave an award and Burt Reynolds came to accept it. But more importantly, it's more about his sort of journey as a human being and his character and whatever. So if you're a Burt Reynolds fan, I'm not saying this is a great movie, but it is a great performance from Burt Reynolds and an interesting send-off because this came out right before he died.
Yeah, available on Tubi also.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. So it mentions Chevy Chase is in it. He's in it for about 3 minutes at the beginning. And Ariel Winter from Modern Family. Yeah, she's in it. She's actually really good in it.
That's an A24 movie. I didn't know that, Sean.
Yeah, it is. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, it is an A24 movie. But it was written specifically to be about Burt Reynolds. And if you watch it, you'll see why Adam Rifkin wrote it and directed it. So that's my pick for this week.
Very good.
I need to check that one out. I didn't mind Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, if you like Burt Reynolds at all, you'll enjoy the movie a lot more than if you didn't. But alrighty, we are way over tonight, but that's okay because it was a special episode. So
That's right.
But Carlos, I do want to thank you for being on the show. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Carlos.
Many thanks for having us. Yeah, I mean, even though as soon as we go off air, I will hit the sack, but I mean,
It's pretty damn late for you.
Yeah,
well worth it. Like I say, I mean, it was a special. There wasn't many people in the community that were gonna be doing a Stallone thing. Like I said, me and Dan had an idea of doing it, and obviously I put the idea to the Jim. And why not? I mean, like I say, Hollywood action movie star icon. Yeah, just a favourite among us all. I'm glad he's still living and still doing his thing with Tulsa King.
Yeah, Tulsa King's a very good show.
Yeah, great series. I'm enjoying it.
No,
Awesome.
thank you so much for being here, Carlos. You were fantastic, like I knew you would be. So, well overdue, and
Yeah.
hopefully we can do this again sometime.
Yeah,
You classed
we'll
up.
work something out.
All right, guys. Thank you to everybody in the chat. I did want to call attention to one comment that we got, and I believe it was from Tom. I like to always pat ourselves on the back. I can't find it now. Where is it? Yeah. I should have saved it.
This is the stuff that the people on Spotify
This
love.
is the stuff that people on Spotify. I don't know, but I think it is Tom. He said that this is the best movie chat on YouTube. So
well,
thank you, Tom.
I have to say thank you very much to that. We're just doing our thing, so we appreciate it a lot. So thanks for being here.
And you guys help being in the chat too.
Yeah, the chat is a big part of it.
So it makes the show so much fun.
Yeah, absolutely. So if I was a better chat moderator, I would find something better. But no, I appreciate that. And you guys, oh, here we go. I found it. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Tom. That's great. Very nice of you to say.
All right. And with that, we will call it a night.
In 1 week.
In 1 week, not 2 weeks. So we'll be back.
1 week.
Our special guest Corey next week with our Drive-In Memories show. So
the rat bastard returns.
So we'll see you again in a week. And thanks again, Carlos, for being here, being a great guest.
Really
appreciate it, Carlos.
And,
there, guys, and keep watching for more talking movies.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Carlos.
All right, we'll see you guys. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Be